Alright, this is one of the greatest collabs in podcasting history, and I genuinely mean that. Tonight we have a special, so I should say two special guests, and quite the opportunity here on election night 2020. But instead of being stressed out, we're coming together to give some great content entertainment. But having said all of that, I have two of the most talented, entertaining, and impressive podcasters, and two people I'm very, very lucky to call my buddies, and I'm so glad I've been buddies for a very long time. But I have none other than Anthony Granchelli, Chris Murawski, a.k.a. Ted Alley Entertainment, and a.k.a. the hosts of the hit podcast that you can find on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Wow, it is really hard to follow up that amazing intro.
I feel really good.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy to be here right now and be talking with you again. So
yes, thank you for having us. We, reciprocate all of that. We've been watching you, and we're very excited to be here. So this is, like you said, this is an awesome collab that we're excited about.
Yeah.
Likewise. And I've been watching you guys, huge fans of what you've been doing, both as your YouTube videos with Ted Alley Entertainment, and then adapted to the podcasting world. And I'm really proud of you guys. It's hilarious entertainment. I think you guys got a great chemistry going. Also, your EP has been doing a great job herself. I'm just sorry, I just can't think of the name right at the moment.
Oh, Isabel?
Isabel?
Yeah.
Sweet. I see she's doing a great job as well. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited for this. So, man, this is awesome.
We were talking, when we were walking up the driveway here, we were like, dude, I'm just so excited right now.
Yeah.
I can't even...
Yeah, it's nice because, usually, we're the ones, setting up and getting s'mores and stuff for our guests and, having to research our guests and just what to ask them and stuff like that. So it's nice to just finally come into an environment where...
Now the pressure's on you, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's really good to be here.
Well, it's certainly a challenge worth accepting, and one that I'm really glad we're experiencing right now. So, where do we start? So why don't we go into Ted Alley Entertainment? I'm a big fan of it. Huge following here, especially amongst our Norwalk faithful. But for all my listeners who aren't aware of you guys, why don't you just give a little synopsis of what you guys do exactly?
So, we're pretty much... Have we started? Do you want to get into that? Or?
Yeah, no, we could definitely do an origin story.
Yeah, so I guess, do you want to take it? Or?
Tree obviously doesn't want to.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll interpret it if I miss anything.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Essentially, it started out, we've always had an interest in sketch comedy and, just trying to make content that is funny to some extent and make somebody laugh. But we never really acted on it. We were always just kind of like big idea guys. I don't know if you disagree there, but we would always it would be so funny if this happened. Oh, yeah, and then this, and then that. And then that would be extended. Then we just go, all right, yeah, I'll see you later, and that was it. Yeah. But, one night we decided to actually act on one of our ideas, and we made a sketch called Dar Shatter.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you saw that. That was our first, official Ted Alley thing.
And that's with you and Chris Lato, right?
No, so that one was with me, him, and Daniel O'Brien.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Daniel Dar Shatter.
Daniel Dar Shatter.
If you haven't seen it, that's our most watched video with 750 views. So no big deal.
No big deal. Just took 8 months
around. We just created that sketch comedy kind of out of thin air, and we were like, yo, that was so fun. We should continue doing something along those lines.
It was also too kind of it was. Dan and Chris came over to my house, and I was just downstairs, hanging out on the couch that I was hanging out in the video. And I remember they both walked in, and this is how it pretty much all kind of started, more or less. We did love sketch comedy, too, but Chris walked in, and Daniel was right behind him, and I just said, hi, Dan, can you shut the door behind you? And then Chris just went, Daniel Dar Shutter. And then I immediately just went, well, he's certainly not living in any barns, Chris. And we just laughed, and we were like, wait, I think that's a skit right there. I think we have something, if we could just kind of formulate something and, make it. And pretty much that night, we just kind of threw it together, and I think it took us, 2 or 3 days to kind of fully make it, because we put everything together, and then I just, recorded, the sound of, Chris walking down the stairs with, my camera, because we don't have a mic or anything, so I just, literally held the camera as he walked down, and then when he shuts the garage door, I just, pretty much got that audio, too. So it took, 2 or 3 days to put together. And then on the third day when we got together...
On the third day, he rose again.
Yes, he rose again. So when that happened, I was like, wouldn't it be kind of funny if we put like an entertainment thing in this and kind of like a whole production label, and then we all just kind of came up with the name of the label, and like what you see in the beginning of the thing, yes, and that's
you went to Norwalk High, obviously.
Yep.
Did you ever have Mr. Alley?
No, I did not have the famous Mr. Alley, but very aware of him.
Yeah, that is who our I guess slogan is based off.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
so he's like literally Ted Alley.
Well,
or Theodore Alley.
So we thought it was Ted. Yeah. Like we were trying to think of his name. We knew it started with a T, but we were just like, I don't know. I guess just do Ted.
Yeah, Ted was the only name that we could really think of. We knew it wasn't Tommy, but it was like a 3-letter.
And then we had the bear too, which is like Teddy Bear, and then we were like, all right, we got to run with it now. But the yes is like a mimic of his voice.
Every time, flying down Flipperton River. And every time like we would see each other in the hallway, or if he calls me on the phone, like we always pick it up and we just go yes. So we were just like, how funny would that be if like our logo showed as we said that, and that was just kind of our thing. And we're not trying to make fun of Mr. Alec. We want to pay homage to him and just
because that's a class where me and him actually became like really, really good friends. And we kind of stumbled upon, I guess, just impressions back and forth and stuff, and that was like one of the first ones. So.
Yeah, and he liked us, and like we were favorites.
Yes, I like you, Chris and Anthony.
He's like, Chris. He's like, I swear to God, Chris, you can employ Nike with all the different shoes you bring in here. And we thought that was so funny, and we took a picture, and then like made it into a poster, like the
of all our shoes together
on Chris's car.
Yeah, it was actually I completely forgot that we did that, but essentially, long story long.
Yeah,
that is the origin of Ted Alley for those who were wondering.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know the full story of that. I think I just saw you guys one day on YouTube, or it was sent to me one way or the other, and I always genuinely thought you two were the funniest dudes from Norwalk. I really mean that. Always good impressions. I mean, we were in the same group, church. Going to that. Just comedy then, and then all the times we've hung out through the years. I was really, really excited to see you guys come out and create your own content with that. And I think you guys made like YouTube videos for like 1 or 2 years before you then transferred to the Pit, or added the Pit to your.
Honestly,
what you guys do?
I think so the Pit was like just like an addition because, while sketch comedy is something that we love and enjoy, it's really hard to consistently produce,
especially in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah, things were just very difficult, so we decided to get something that could be consistent, something that we always did want to do that we just never really got around to, and we just kind of added the Pit into rotation.
Yeah, the idea essentially came from I heard of a story. I can't remember the president, but I think it was like Franklin Roosevelt. I don't know. It was one of the presidents. But when the war was going on, I heard that like on the radio he would have like quote unquote fireside chats to like calm the country down, and I think he'd like tell a story or something like that, and just to like calm, you know what I mean? It would just brought everyone kind of closer, and just like they heard his voice, so it's like okay, everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Was it Ronald Reagan? No, that's not Ronald Reagan.
No, it was like someone from the 40s or 30s.
I don't know. There was it might be Nixon. I think there was always like an impressionist. They use him on Family Guy a lot.
What's that?
They use like the impression on Family Guy of the president. I think it's Ronald Reagan. No, it's not Ronald Reagan.
I don't know. It's someone.
Reagan. Continue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but essentially, I wanted to kind of bring that kind of homey feel, and just if we ever had guests or something, to have them come on and just know that we're just sitting by a fire. We're here to enjoy everyone of all walks of life and everything, and to just bring them in and have them sit around a fire and just have a nice chat. And if we ever had someone on, to roast a marshmallow with them, and I kind of took that idea from Hot Ones, because Hot Ones kind of like you eat the wings and then you kind of loosen up and you answer the questions, and that's how you really get to like the core of the interview. So I was like, if we just have them roast a marshmallow in the beginning, they're off edge, they had a little sweet in them, you know what I mean, and hopefully it would make for a good interview and just podcast in general. And
you'll be roasting a marshmallow on
there
soon
very
as well.
Whenever
you don't know how much I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, with the guests you guys had so far, it was really exciting, whether it's Such or Chris Romanello was really good. Your special Power Hour, especially with that. You guys really very homely with that, and I'm excited to see who else you're bringing on as well. Transferring to that, I'm just curious, now that we are getting into the winter, and I hope this isn't a seasonal podcast.
We've had the conversation,
Do you have any announcements figured out then, or?
So we pretty much are just like, once it starts to get really cold, then we'll just start doing it in my basement again.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode we filmed in my basement because it took us like, or you wanna?
It just took us a while to really get the ball rolling on it, and
Yep.
then the weather, we had everything ready to go, and the weather like came that night, and it was just shit, and we were like, all right, I guess we don't have to. I guess we're not doing it. We're like, you know what? No, we're not pushing this off anymore. Like, we'll figure something out. Like, I have a fire pit in my basement. Boom, and then
Okay, see.
We just kind of bit the bullet and we were like, all right, let's just do it. Like, stop pushing it off, stop procrastinating it, and so I think that's probably what we'll go to.
Okay, good. I don't want you guys to end. And like I said, you can find those guys every Tuesday and Thursday on all podcasting platforms and YouTube at Ted Alley Entertainment. One word. And also, thank you guys for bringing the rose with that, feeling it homely too. It's,
we had to,
Yeah, no, it's natural, so it feels right.
Honestly, I was really happy that you did a podcast and like finally are like doing it, because I don't know, I always loved talking to you in like high school and everything, and you have this like voice that like brings people in and brings people together and just like calms people down. So I don't know, I just like thought, like, you know what I mean, like I just put your podcast on and I listen, and like I just hear great conversations with everybody, and like
actually productive conversations.
Sorry, asterisk TM. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just like listening to your podcast is like a lot of fun, because you clearly know what you're doing, and like what you want to get out of people, and the conversations that you get out of people are pretty great, I think. So I think you're doing a great job, and I love the tweet cap, love Ryan Page too. So.
Ride dog.
Well, that really means a lot, and it was just, I think I just got those from just listening to podcasts and podcasts and radio all the time. I mean, you can see on that wall there, it's all radio personalities, radio and
even
podcast
this guy?
ones, including
Barack Obama.
I mean, a great communicator, right?
True,
and,
yeah.
Including The Rock right there, being a great communicator, of
Yeah.
course, and you got Frank up there as well, and
Larry David. I would love for Larry David to have a podcast, but he would just never do
It's a
it.
wall of
Oh
legends.
my
He would just never do it, and it sucks, but he would be amazing on a podcast.
Larry David is someone we have to appreciate.
Yeah,
He's so happy.
I know.
Larry Curve and
You
stuff.
don't really watch too much Larry, right?
No, I think he's hysterical.
Yeah.
I do. I want to get into him more. I just like I've been watching so many shows. Yeah, like I've been watching so many shows, and then like it was spooky season, and like you said, you love movies, and I love movies too. So
Yeah.
I was just all spooky season, or like all October. I was just watching nothing but horror movies. So I'm finally, and like Haunting of Bly Manor. So I'm finally ready to like get back into
Normal shows, not like genre specific.
yeah, like so I can sleep at night. You know what I mean, and not be scared anymore. So.
For sure, but right before we get into that, I think it's just really cool to see with this a podcast, whether us two, and then I know Eric Arena does another one, and also your producer does Chicks
Off
Flicks.
Flicks.
She does a great job with that, so it's really cool. We're all pulling together, and now we can get to start collaborating and
Yeah, of
stuff.
course.
Yeah, I think honestly collaborating has been the most fun part for me,
Yeah.
Personally.
No, for sure, I'd say. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, just about bringing, I guess, I don't know if it's like outside perspectives, but just being able to collide worlds, I guess. Even though they're little small worlds, like, we don't have like a crazy huge following, but like it's cool to bring in people that might be on the outside of that following that can, bring different ideas and just different conversations. So, I'm happy to, that's definitely been like my favorite part. I think.
It's like a sense of community, I'd say.
Easily, and we'll all have to support each other as podcasters and content creators, and that's how we go far. We all start somewhere. Our podcasts are only a few months old, and possibilities are endless, and just showing different audiences we never know. And I just want to see you guys go extremely far, whether this is a sketch comedy. I really do, and I've said that before, even before this podcast, and I just can't wait to see what you guys are doing. It really, really excites me.
Cool,
Appreciate it, man. I mean, the same with us. We have the highest hopes for anybody in Norwalk, particularly you as well. But something we've been discussing just is like, we want to support everybody in Norwalk who's doing something creative and like putting themselves out there. That's always been something that we're really trying to get ourselves to do, because we're in that same position on our end where we're trying to do something. We're putting ourselves out there, and we want to be those people on the other end that are supporting just as much. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man, and well, it's just an exciting time for this, and now that we have gotten some introduction to seeing how we ended up at this point, let's get into some fun stuff. All right, movies, TV, as we mentioned, as you guys mentioned.
Mhm.
Of course, I just love to mention every time I can get.
We are not mad about that.
No,
Yeah,
not at
I
all. Yeah,
promise.
thank you. Yeah.
Where do we go? Where do we start off with this? Tell me in 2020, what are 3 movies you guys saw? Whether, maybe they came out this year, maybe they came out in the 20s, maybe they came out last year, or like 2 or 3 movies that like really, that you really fell in love with watching this year. Like, for me, for instance, I saw this movie called All That Jazz, right?
That's crazy that, alright, sorry, do you know what Letterboxd is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I literally was just, like, going through a Letterboxd, like, like, YouTube Time Horror, like, you just keep on clicking on videos. I was just going, like, actor for actor, and I literally ended up on All That Jazz, like, I was at 7 o'clock, like, I was on Letter, and I was like, oh, what's this movie? And I put it on my watch list, so it's just funny that you're saying that. Right
Oh,
now.
you have to watch All That Jazz. All That Jazz stars 79 is the great Roy Schneider, and he plays a director on a Broadway show, but he's also trying to open this Broadway show while also editing a movie coming at the same time. It's based off, the filmmaker Bob Fosse. He's known for Chicago, Cabaret, those guys, like big in both the theater and movie world. And it's based on his life, and it's about a guy killing himself to get the perfect production. And it's really cool. It's really funny. It has a lot to say, and that was what I really intrigued. And it was really hard to find on streaming service. May I suggest that for both of you haven't heard it? It's called Just Watch.
Oh, okay.
And
What is this?
it is just the Google of any movie you need or streaming service. It will tell you where to find a movie on a streaming service for free free or subscription. Or if it's not a subscription, it'll tell you where you can buy it, like $2 or $3.
Nice, cool.
For instance, if I do All That Jazz.
Yeah, so I saw, like, Real Good, too. Like, realgoodcinema.com is like a...
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Is that similar?
Yeah,
service?
it's just not an app, but if there's an app now, I'm definitely going to get that.
I have to say, according to Just Watch, as of today, it's not on a streaming service or you can't buy it.
Of course.
It was just on Tubi TV, I guess, last month. But if you want to get... it really is worth a DVD investment if you're really into that. But
I mean, DVDs now are probably just so cheap anyway, too.
Oh, yeah, you can get it for
just with all the streaming. You could probably get one for like $4.99.
Yeah, probably.
$5.99.
It's like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I go to gas stations or just like random 7-Elevens.
The giant box of the giant
I
tub.
see that with your stories sometimes.
Yeah.
You find, like, I love you, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I got, Boyhood. Have you ever heard of that movie? Yeah, Richard Linklater. Yeah. Like, I've never watched it, but it was $5 at Stop and Shop. And so I was on Blu-ray, so I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? So
Buy that.
Dude.
Buy that instead of, like, some stupid meal or coffee. That's how I look at it. Well, that's like one movie for me. Also, another one, Days of Confused, the Richard Linklater.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Awesome coming-of-age movie.
Oh, yeah, no.
Stuff like that.
The best thing about high school girls is that I get older, but they stay the same age.
Classic. I love it. What are a couple movies that you guys, like, really got into this year?
From 2020 or just in general?
Like, just a joke, but you happen to see it this year.
Ooh, I don't know.
That makes sense.
I'd have to go back pretty deep. I'm trying to think.
It doesn't be the favorite, just 1 or 2 of them,
I mean, Jojo Rabbit was definitely up there for me.
That was in my...
That was definitely up there for me. I saw that in theaters by myself, like a fucking grandma, but it was awesome. You can go. I just did one.
Yeah, Taika or whatever, like
Taika Waititi, I think.
Yeah, Waititi. Yeah, he's also one of my favorite directors and filmmakers. He made What We Do in the Shadows. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah, the original and the show.
Hysterical. I love the show too. I can't wait for it to come back. But I'd say 3 movies that I have. Just because I like recently watched this movie was the Coen Brothers movie. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh yeah.
I fell in love with that movie, dude. Like, and the soundtrack too was so good.
So the colors are great, so lush.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a beautiful portrait.
Yeah, I love the way he like tells stories. And,
we were literally just talking about this movie on the way here.
Because I was listening to I'm a Man of Infant Sorrow or whatever, Constant Sorrow or whatever. So, so I'd say Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Jojo Rabbit, and then just another recent one that we actually saw together right before COVID hit, and like there was no movie theaters really anymore. But The Invisible Man.
Oh yeah,
that one was awesome too. Yeah.
Homegirl Lizzie Moss.
Yeah, that one was really good.
She's from what's the show called? Handmaid's Tale.
Yep.
I have not seen that show, but I've heard good things.
Me neither. I still haven't yet, but I love her Mad Men. If you ever seen
Is she in Mad Men too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
huge.
Well, she was awesome in The Invisible Man. I thought she did a really, really good job.
Good in Us as well, if you've seen that.
First one.
She's in Us too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's the
Yeah.
second family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, wow.
Yeah. The first movie I ever saw her in, though, was Get Him to the Greek. You ever see that
she
movie?
was in that.
Yeah, I fell in love. I watched that for my birthday when I was like 13. I thought all my friends got like yelled at or whatever from like.
You can't be here.
No, we were laughing too loud and like.
So?
Yeah, there was some dad who was just pissed at like us thinking the movie was funny, and he got the guy and like told on us, and we were just like, dude, like we're just laughing at the movie, and like. Yeah, but just a random memory. I'm sorry for bringing that up.
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Nothing but keep up, bring up the memories. Anything.
Yeah,
Anything random, man.
Any other?
I had, this one is not from 2020. It's old. But I just got put on, like, the Denzel Washington train, like, not too long ago. Training Day.
Training
Day was obviously a classic. But it was
like
like
for it.
It was the first time I saw it in full, and I was like, oh my God, this dude is electric. Like, I just went on a binge watching, like, other Denzel movies, like right after that. I saw Pelham 1, 2, 3, American Gangster. What's the other one? I'm drawing a blank because I feel like I'm on the spot. But I just went on Denzel rush. Oh, I saw Fences too.
Fences.
Yeah, after Training Day, I was like, yo, I've been sleeping on this dude. Like, this man is awesome. He's incredible. He like took over as my favorite actor pretty much after I saw like Training Day in full because he was awesome.
You see his son John David Washington now making the rise to
That's
be a
so
big star
awesome.
himself.
That's so
And
cool.
he's really good. Like
Has he been in anything big?
Tenet and Black Klansman.
You were talking about Tenet.
Yeah.
Did you like Tenet?
I still haven't seen it yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but Tree was not a huge fan. I don't think.
I went to the theater. So here's my thing.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah, I went to the theater and in Stanford, and it was pretty weird. But it just because everything was just so.
You couldn't
weird.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, and then
it's like, am I? Is this a danger right here?
Exactly.
You're not even focusing on the movie.
Yeah, and then like they didn't have like safety precautions, like nothing really set up. Like
you just sit there.
Yeah, like, I was just like, oh, so I can just do whatever I want. Like this really doesn't seem right. And then
you could bootleg the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got there, and then I ordered food, and I ordered a pretzel, and I ordered I think like fries or something like that. But
I love that meal, pretzel fries.
Yeah, so I get there, and the pretzel takes like 20 minutes. Like I'm not kidding. Like it took 20. Like I watched them put it on the rack. And I thought it was done after that, and they're like, "Yeah, we have to wait for it to fully cook after it's on the rack for 20 minutes." And, like, and I was just like, "Are you guys kidding me?" And then
I'll eat it stale. I don't care. Just give it to me.
So there's one guy who is like really concerned about my safety and making sure I'm not going to eat a raw pretzel, and then there's like another guy who is just like, "Just give the kid his goddamn pretzel so he could watch the movie."
I'm more concerned about COVID, not the pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there, and then like so much time's going by, I'm like ready to say, you know what, screw the pretzel, and then finally they give me the pretzel. I finally sit down. I miss like a 25 minutes of the movie. Probably I heard the beginning is the best part, and I missed all of it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that was great. And then I ate the pretzel, and then sure enough, it was still very raw. So
even after all that,
I got played every which way possible. So that was wonderful.
Dude, I know it's funny. Like it seems that it's fair that Christopher Nolan is one of the internet's favorite movie filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
Not
like
him and if not him or Tarantino, like the internet loves him.
Yeah.
And the internet could do no wrong. Nolan could do no wrong. Like I said, I did hear mixed things about it. I haven't seen myself, but I've seen every single other Nolan movie. Even like you've seen The Prestige is good,
I haven't seen that yet.
Memento.
Yeah,
Memento. Yeah, we watched that in Miss Milne's class in high school.
Yeah.
It's very deep. That's a hard movie to follow.
I know. It was like a film writing about film class, I think.
Okay.
So, but I think Miss Milne just like literally just loved movies, and she was like, I just want to be able to watch films, like
and have a reason to get through it.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember watching it. I would have to give it a rewatch and give it like a non-school outlook on it, essentially, because when you're watching movies in school, obviously it's cool, but you're always like, all right, this is class. Like, this is a chance for me to go on my phone, do blah, 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 and, like, not pay attention.
You only get 45 minutes each. It takes, like, 3
Yeah.
classes to watch a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How far can you go with
And
that?
you only watch it, like, once every 3 days,
Yeah.
So, it could be, it deserves a rewatch, but I did see that in high school.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a mind fuck. If you ever seen one of the clips of Nolan explaining it on a chalkboard, and he just scribbled the whole damn thing. I'm just like, bro, I still don't get this.
No, doesn't he start? I think he starts in the center, and he does like a line here, and then he goes back this way, and then it comes back to the center. Like
and
it's
this
like
is the movie.
Yeah, it's like some absurd like timeline where everyone's like, okay, wait, no, you got to do that again. Like, it's impossible to understand.
And like I try to read the plot after, and then even the plot itself, it was just, I don't know.
Very gray, yeah.
I think it's just hard for me to get. Or some people say you should watch it literally watch it backwards.
If
No, you should not do that. Do not watch it backwards. It makes no sense.
Yo,
but oh my God! You know, one of the things though, I was happy to when we were talking about favorite actors. You know whose actors I'm on the wave now is Robert Pattinson.
Oh, I respect it. I respect it.
He really
Did the Lighthouse turn you over?
I heard you talking. Yeah, you talking about that.
Almost Lighthouse. It was Good Boy that turned me over, but definitely the Lighthouse. Was
really?
There's a close second. You know, this renaissance he had going to the indie scene after Twilight, reinvent himself, and then getting into the big budget.
It's a total rebrand. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, probably the best accent guy ever.
Yes. Yeah. No,
is he English normally?
Yep.
He is. Okay.
And I mean, best not New York native accent I heard in Good Boy. Whatever that Cockney accent in the Lighthouse. I don't know if you happen to see. What was that from Netflix?
Oh, Devil All the Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's on my watch list as well.
Great Southern accent and he's pretty freaky in there.
He's just got a crazy range.
Boy, don't shoot me! Or like, how he talks or whatever. Yeah, I love it.
Like he's gonna get his Oscar.
I heard he was going to be Batman as well.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing. He's Bruce Wayne again in this new one, and this I don't know if you happen to see that like big special trailer.
I saw like I think I saw it initially when it came out, but it was quick though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just like the thing is they did the trailer, and the movie's not complete yet.
Yeah,
well, they scrapped it.
They stole our thing. Yeah. That's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's just to take advantage of a non-content
an audience that's all on their phones right now. Essentially, take advantage of those people and just get the hype up.
I thought the trailer looked cool, but yeah, like I'm huge on the Pass Wave. Have you seen The Lighthouse? You watching that?
I have not seen The Lighthouse.
What's the Timberman want with being a wiki? Dude, I bought it on my Xbox, right? And I bought it on my Xbox, so I probably watched it at least like 7 or 8 times with a different group of people every time.
And just watching everyone else watch it.
Yeah, and I still don't know fully what the hell that movie is about. Like, I mean, I guess it's like I think it's about like Greek mythology.
Yeah, it's really deep. Like what drives people crazy at this? If you
cabin fever, all that stuff.
You know, it's shot in black and white. It's very specific in there, so. It's such an artsy fartsy film, for lack of a better term, to be. But it's really entertaining. I think it's an awesome psychological horror flick. And I felt the same way too, but then I watched this Wisecrack. You know Wisecrack, the YouTube?
No, I might have. I think so.
Great YouTube channel. They have one of their shows on the channel called Deep or Dumb.
Oh,
and they just break down movies. Is this deep or dumb? Like Donnie Darko was one. Inception, like really movies, like mindfuck movies, and they just break it down. Is this just
That's
deep?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Highly suggested. Like watch it before you go to bed tonight, and it's probably my favorite analysis channel for that type of movie.
That reminds me of on The Office. You watch The Office, right?
Yeah. I think they have one for deeper dumb. They even do like offbeat stuff too, like comedies. Like I think The Office has a deeper dumb.
That's pretty cool.
I
mean, I like the concept, but it reminds me of that part where. Michael did on his before he left for the Dundies, and it's like a video of him impersonating everyone else, and then he's like looking in the mirror, and the mirror is it's Michael looking back at him, and Oscar's like, part of me wants to analyze it, but I know it has no content. Right? So is it deep or dumb? It's dumb, likely.
Another one I like watching sometimes on YouTube is you've heard of YMS? It's like Your Movie Sucks.
I have heard that.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if I've ever told you about it, but it's just like a guy who goes on and like kind of craps on the movie the whole time. But then, but he does he'll say some good things about it, but he kind of talks like this, and he talks like this the whole time throughout the whole thing.
Oh man, this is what happened.
Yeah, but and I don't know what it is, but I really do enjoy it. And then he'll give a rating after.
Is it all just cynical stuff?
No, well, so he does point out bad things about it, but then he will point out good stuff about it too. But I think he'll also. If someone, I don't know.
Is he just a tough cookie?
Yeah, if someone let's say someone's sweeping in the background and you see that they're not sweeping, he's just like, this guy's not sweeping. Just stuff like that. But it is enjoyable.
Just looking for things.
Yeah.
By the way, I just looked up Wisecrack. They don't have a deep or dumb, but they did a video on The Office. It's called The Office: How Nonsense Conquered the Workplace.
That's
so
pretty
not
cool.
a video essay with that, but yeah.
I wrote an actual essay on The Office in college as my 20 page like what was it, capstone paper, like to be a communication major. I got an A.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a writing about film class. It was a 20 page paper on The Office, the Americanization of the English versus America, and the concept of irony, like utilized in it. It was pretty cool. I wish I still had it because I don't remember anything that I wrote about. But.
Oh yeah, all my deep essays I wrote throughout the years. I thought we were badass. I can't remember a thing.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes.
By the way, you know who has a deep or dumb edition? You'll find this funny. Nicolas Cage's acting. Is it deep or dumb?
Oh, I feel like I've seen at least snippets of this video.
Do you think Nicolas Cage's acting is deep or dumb?
I don't know.
Think it's deep.
I think it's deep. Yeah, I just think he goes like I feel like there's movies where you don't need to go as hard for it, but I think he goes
overacting.
hard for it. Yeah, like I feel like there's like not money grab movies, but there definitely are some movies where it's like, all right, we know what this is. This doesn't need to be like a character study. You know what I mean? So I feel like he tries to go maybe too far into it, but
I think he's very aware of his how he's perceived. You know, one thing I think people don't realize: Nicolas Cage won a Best Actor Oscar.
Did he really?
Yeah, for what was it? For Leaving Las Vegas. It's a one watch movie. It's very sad, but he was great in it. And like, what are sticking to this? What are some of like other? Do you guys watch any other like movie themed YouTube channels? Where it's like for me, I like Screen Junkies who does the honest trailers.
Oh, I guess the honest trailers. Yeah.
Cinema Sins is great.
Yeah, that is. I do like that one too.
I don't really watch too many YouTube trailer thing. If anything, I like go on Reddit and just
that's a good one too.
Yeah,
Same
and
thing.
just
like movie content, I should say.
Yeah,
YouTube
I just
video podcast.
I look at like diagnoses and analyses and predictions and interpretations of videos and or movies and TV shows in that manner. But I mean, I probably should check out some of these YouTube because some of these ones that you guys are mentioning, I'm like actually drawn into.
The wisecrack one.
Yeah, the deeper dumb one. I definitely want to take a look at. It's pretty funny.
You know what? One wisecrack I watched like 1 in the morning last night. Was trying to go to bed. It fascinated the shit out of me, and it's one on Rugrats. How boomers scarred a generation, and it's like really deep. First of all, I didn't realize there's so a lot of dialogue between the parents in Rugrats that you never noticed as a kid, and they just say a lot of adulting jokes that we get. Or like,
oh, shit.
Like, did you know what was Angelica's mom's name?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
In Rugrats, the only thing that always comes to my head is just a noise, and I think it's like of Tommy crying, and he's just like,
Once you hear that theme song and you think a child.
Yeah.
But, I mean, her mom worked at a big corporate. She literally worked at a corporation called, her job was the Corp. Like, those are little subtle hints over there making fun. And honestly, stuff like Wisecrack helps bring that down. And they do it for all our shows. I think SpongeBob is one.
Well, I know SpongeBob has always had some adult content and, like, subliminal messages to it. I used to watch those in middle school and think it was like the funniest thing. Like, oh, it looks like a penis. Like,
or I mean, we know the Bikini Bottom subtle joke.
Yeah.
Krabby
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Sandy Cheeks. I mean,
they always. Yeah. I think it was originally designed by the showrunner. I know he's sadly
Steven Hellenberg.
Yeah, Steven Hellenberg.
Or Hillenberg.
Like, it was supposed to be probably like an Adult Swim or Comedy Central.
I think it was,
like the first season, right? That's what I heard, I think.
But they just got paired with Nick and they totally did a 180. Have you ever found the story? You ever heard the story of how Tom Kenny came up with SpongeBob's voice?
No.
It's really fascinating. It's on, when he went on Mark Maron's podcast, he explained it. But Tom Kenny was a very famous stand-up comedian before a voice actor. He auditioned for SNL with David Spade and Rob Schneider.
Wow.
And they picked Rob Schneider and David Spade over him. And he apparently killed it. He apparently killed, like they did at a comedy club, not knowing he was going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason they picked him. But, here's another great story of what's ever meant to be happen. And he did Our Real Monsters and Rocko's Modern Life he has a character.
Oh, yeah, Rocko, yeah, of course.
But then 5 years prior, now 5 years, that's a long-ass time. It was Christmas time. Goes to the mall, and he happens sees a little person acting as an elf. And he had a very nasally SpongeBob voice. Like, oh, they don't pay me enough. I hate this shit right here. And that voice, for some reason, stuck in his head. and when they were molding the SpongeBob character, he remembered that voice from that little person 5 years prior, and look where we are today.
Wow.
That's.
And the little kid was laughing. He was like, yeah. That was weird.
I feel like we've had like some. I feel like we've heard people out in the streets or just like little things. And,
We just derived characters out of them.
yeah, or like we've just heard like someone say a certain word. Like, I feel like we have so many quotes where it's just sausage and peppers. like just stuff like that. Like we just hear like one person say something in a certain
something
way.
small. I mean, that was that must
the-
have been
The comedic timing with that, like those little things.
Yeah, but it's queer. It's weird how like our memory like sticks out. That was 3 words. That was a 3-word impression that has stuck in our mind for
SAP.
Or what another SpongeBob joke? Remember when he broke down the kill? 50% weed, 50% weed.
Oh
yeah, with the
Karen.
yes,
Yes.
the computer wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50% C, 50% weed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, 50% C, 50% weed.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what that.
For seaweed.
Or there was one joke where SpongeBob confronts Patrick, and Patrick just says, "This is funny now, 25-year-old, but 8-year-old I didn't know this. So this is what I get for working overtime."
Dude, there's also one where
the Texas one
I
too.
guess you're gonna miss the panty raid.
Oh, bro,
What did you say? Like there is literally some crazy shit that you like. If you go back, there's that same episode, Mr. Krabs, when they go into the laundromat, he just goes, "Any porn in this store?" Like he's asking, and they go in the laundromat. Like it's just. There are so many like little things. I'm like, how did that even get away? How did they get away with that on Nickelodeon?
I mean, they just didn't give a fuck. I guess. Honestly, like
You're gonna say no to the
trying to grow an
SpongeBob
audience.
show? Like these guys
Yeah.
bring in the most money, and
They know.
Yeah, like they're just taking control.
I can't tell you I've seen SpongeBob's new episodes now because it's still on the air, but I really wonder if
I don't
doubt
know.
they have those type of jokes.
No, I doubt it. I feel like if you think about it too, all the like episodes that we grew up on, that was only like seasons 1 through 3 maybe.
True.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like even 4 and after, I'm like, oh, I don't remember this one. Like,
Yeah, they just have those iconic episodes.
I know they're just so
The
they're
Alaskan
that
Bullworm.
iconic.
You remember the Alaskan Bullworm? That was one of my
The
favorites.
fun song. I mean, you
Yes.
could anyway see the campfire song.
Yeah, those were anchors.
It's just an absolute revolutionary show, and
Yep.
they did it in such a short amount of time. It feels like
Wow,
because
it's
like
shouts to
three
it.
seasons is not. It felt like that show was my whole childhood.
Yeah.
Like all those episodes was like ages. Like what 5 to 12, I think.
Mhm.
But it was only 3 seasons, at least from my remembrance. I could be
Yeah,
misremembering
and they
everything.
I guess they just spread it out. I think they had a lot more episodes they could do, like a 40-episode season, which is unheard of now.
Wow.
Shows.
I mean, The Simpsons are still rolling.
Yeah, as long as cartoons don't age, you could keep doing it forever.
I would
Yeah.
love to do a cartoon.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
you know?
100. If I just knew, but that's another thing. It's just like you need a whole other skill set to even just like to do it on your own. But I mean, if you had the idea and obviously capital and people helping you, but-
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
animation,
that's
it's amazing, and it just is hard and time
Yeah.
consuming. But
Oh, absolutely.
just
But like,
shouts to those
you know,
who do it.
and when we're thinking of like skit ideas and things like that, we're so limited in some areas, and I'm like, oh, if only this was a cartoon and we had like someone to do it, like we could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah,
like,
that's the
If only I had 1,000 pens. Right
Yeah.
now, like, just for this one little joke.
An
you know?
actual skill.
Yeah, exactly. Like something like that.
Then I could put the head on the clarinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were some of those other shows you really, between that 5 to 12 range, that you really close to your heart? Like for me, Arthur was great.
Oh yeah, Arthur.
Dude.
I used to watch. Honestly, I used to watch a lot of like Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Topanga! Oh wait, I have a Boy Meets World episode I have to talk about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I first got Disney Plus, the first show I looked up was Mickey Mouse's Funhouse, and they didn't have. I don't know if you remember that.
Are you serious? Come
Yeah.
inside,
Disney-
it's fun inside.
Exactly. They
Wow.
didn't have. Oh wait, no,
Oh, wait,
not
no.
Funhouse.
Clubhouse.
No,
or-
no, it's Mickey
Stop
Mouse.
guessing and let him say.
Yeah.
No, it's House of Mouse.
Oh.
House of Minnie or House of Mickey?
Yeah, it was just like a nightclub, and they were chilling, and it just showed the cartoons. They didn't
Come around
have
here
it.
often?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
That was a really good impression.
Yeah.
They just didn't
Thank
have
you.
it though. But
What's your major?
so yeah, House of Mouse, right? It's so then the other ones, the other various shows, I did Boy Meets World. I come across this episode, and it's just like
Of Boy Meets World?
yeah, come across this. The title just cracked me up, and I had to watch it. So long story short, Topanga and Corey are broken up, and this is the first episode. And then they go to a party. You know whatever, the 90s TV show party.
Right,
They're just dancing around.
Solo cups in a keg, yeah.
And then you see Corey Shaw go to the house like, yo, Shaw, look what I got. And it's just some handle of whiskey. And it's like their first episode drinking, like introducing alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hear
You should slow down, Corey.
Yeah.
and then you hear the studio artist say, "Oh."
Yeah.
I just couldn't crack up. Like, this is probably people's first introduction to seeing people drinking stuff.
That Henny.
Corey got fucked up that night.
Yeah, like that like takes you to another thing of That's So Raven. Remember they had the juicer on or whatever?
Juicer.
Yeah, remember it was
The
like
juice.
Yeah, it was like the
Oh yeah, I remember so.
You
Yeah.
kind of look like the juicer right now.
Yeah, no, you're right. Honestly, you're right.
I don't know why.
I could just picture
The hat and the hair. Yeah.
What's that? And I remember like Corey's girlfriend was smoking cigarettes at the time.
Oh.
And I
Disney
remember
Channel went all out, man.
and like I was like, damn, like she's in like 7th grade. Like I haven't even touched a girl yet. Like, you know, I mean, I've only hugged my mother. Like, you know. Like,
Yeah, they made it seem like you must get your first kiss by 5th grade. You must fall in love by 5th grade.
Yeah,
I
like-
love you.
Yeah, it's like
What?
I'm just worried about like did my mom pack my gushers? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I just remember he like grabs the cigarette thing and like squeezes it, and like a whole bunch of black tar comes out, and I just remember being like so vivid and like the whole I don't know, just
Corey, are these your
Yeah.
cigarettes?
yeah
These your cigarettes.
anti whatever. But I'd say a show though for me though, for like I guess the 5 to 12 range was Even Stevens.
Oh yeah.
That easily
yeah.
my favorite show.
How far they go?
Oh my god,
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, yeah, man, like I love that guy.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's crazy about Shia LaBeouf? He is genuinely a good actor when he wants
Yeah.
to turn it on.
Yeah, he's really good. Have you seen the Peanut Butter Falcon?
No, I have to. So
It's on
bad.
Amazon. I think it's free on
Yeah, it's
Amazon
on
Prime
Prime.
now.
I
Yeah.
had it on DVD.
It's
Did
not
they
like
lend that to you?
No, I watched it
Yeah.
on Amazon. It's not like a crazy good movie, but I really like Shia.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah, me too.
the story's like it's pretty good, but it's like Shia is really the one who just carries the whole thing.
I think we talked about it, but I really like Honey Boy.
Honey Boy's
I still
great.
have to see Honey Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
really
I
like
have to
it.
just show you this clip. Guess who guest starred in an episode of Boy Meets World?
Oh, the big dude?
Oh, I mean, he should right here. It's funny. His head's really behind, but you'll see. Like,
The big dude?
it's Adam.
Oh,
Sandler.
my
God!
God!
Adam Scott!
Are you, look at him. He looks all buttered up.
What a young boy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's the new Harley, right?
Dude, this is blowing my mind right now.
Oh my god.
Right?
I can't believe this.
From in here.
In here.
I think this is one of his very first roles.
Yeah.
He looks so young.
Even younger now, huh?
Dude, I know. He doesn't age.
Yeah, no, that guy, well, I don't know, how old is he, like 40 or something like that? Or I have no
Him
idea.
and like Paul
Adam
Rudd.
Scott is.
Paul Rudd's also a great dude.
Dude, I didn't even realize he
he
was
has the
in
same
that.
voice though.
Yeah, it's the same exact voice.
He's 47.
He's like the new. He was the new Harley in that show. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. There's so. I feel like there's so many little guest appearances on shows like that we don't even
right.
realize. Like if you look back on it.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. I totally feel that.
Oh man. I also just love. Also love Kenan and Kel and all that. Amanda Show. You know, all of them really good.
Amanda, please.
Yo, some other things I want to talk. Yo, all right. So I wrote a bunch of like just random topics just to like bounce off of you.
Mhm.
Of course.
However,
Yeah,
right? Yo, how you feel about Jim Hardo's?
Jim Hardo. Who is Jim Hardo?
Jim Hardo, he produced the,
It was that fitness movie.
Yeah, Jim Hardo's,
He was actually the showrunner of Boy Meets World. But I'm talking about those people at the gym. Whether they
They're just
go
Hardos.
hard, go hard, take long. That's pretty much describe anyone who annoys you at the gym or working out.
Well, I would have to work out for that to
Yeah.
be true. No, I mean, obviously, hardos are always going to be hardos. The only thing that really annoys me about people is when they try to utilize two machines at once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm using that. I'm like, no, you're using that one. He's, oh, well, I'm using both. I'm like, oh, I didn't know your arms were like elastic and you can go,
Yeah.
from window to window in this place. You don't have to get to occupy two.
Fantastic Four lady.
Yeah.
Same in, like, the benches at the gym. Like, someone trying to use... I will say, like, 2 weeks ago, I tried to go in there. This Amazon woman claiming to take this you know when you like talk to someone, it's like, do I want to get in a confrontation with them?
Yeah.
It was one of those.
You're
and
debating, yeah.
Even though I could definitely put a little effort to win the argument, I don't want to be that guy. You know?
Yeah,
of course,
I honestly, I can't picture you like confronting like someone like that. I feel like you're like too nice of a guy to like. I feel like you might have a side that we don't know about, but
get off the fucking machine.
Local man, outrageous! I planted friendness.
Nicest guy in town. Matt Brown gone rogue.
It's like flipping off in the mugshot.
Yeah.
My answer to that is I do what I have to do when need be. Like
I feel that.
Damn, that's some baller shit.
Oh yeah, that was pretty. I feel that.
I do what I have to
we
do.
have to be very
when I
even
need to.
in this world.
Yeah.
You know, another thing, right? Yo, can you tell me? You guys like to, whenever you can, boogie down, dance, all that. Yo, tell me a good ass dance story. Whether it was you at an event, you just broke it down at the bar, you just I don't know, you did it at a Yankee game.
I could think of one for you.
Which one?
At the Sea Grape.
Sea Grape. What did I do? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
That's
you can. If you had a different one, I would.
No, the other ones I don't think are safe. Not safe for work.
That's what I. Yeah, no, neither's the Sea Grape
What
one.
did I do at the Sea Grape? I think. Tell me what I did at the Sea Grape because
that one's not safe for work either.
I almost wear my earbud. I have because one I don't want to say, but
Why not?
Because it's not really a dancing story, but like it was probably one of my. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not gonna tell it. But what was the Sea Grape? Just remind me of it.
The Sea Grape
Remind me of it.
You were dancing.
Yeah.
With a woman.
Okay.
Who was rather large.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
I kind of do. Yeah. I kind of do. Yeah.
But you were like going in.
Oh yeah. It was the more dedication, the funnier it is. Honestly, that's my thing. Yeah. Honestly,
I could tell a similar story like that. I'll tell you
let's
right
hear
after
the other story I was thinking of is kind of similar.
Similar to that?
One. Yeah. It was like. So I don't know if I should tell it. So I went to this like telly in Shelton, like a hotel party.
Oh,
and I was the.
For those who don't know, explain what a telly is.
Yeah, so a telly is like a hotel party. Someone rents out a hotel and then just invites a bunch of people over and doesn't care what happens, damages or whatever. I mean, because I went to NCC for a little bit, so that's all there was to do was like people would just have tellies. So like I would be like, all right, yeah, I'll go. I went with like my friend Dante and a bunch of my friends at the time. And we would just go, and it's like, you do what you do at a party in a hotel room, pretty much. So, I was outnumbered. Let's just say, I was in the minority of people there, of like my race. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think
you were the only white kid.
Yeah, I think it just makes it funnier because odds are stacked against me. And so I kind of was just sitting on this couch, and I was, minding my own business, and, like, they've had, like, all these songs come on and everything, and everyone was kind of, like, losing their shit, and no one knew me there except for, like, I had, like, 3 good friends, and, like, the rest of it was, like, their friends and, like, Shelton people and all that stuff, not really people I knew. So I'm sitting down, and something goes on, like, a song comes on, and, like, something pops off, and then, like, this, like, another large woman comes over to me, and I'm, like, sitting down on the couch, and one thing led to another, and, like, next thing I know, she's, like, we're dancing, like, I'm, like, while I'm sitting on the couch, and, like, everyone's losing their shit, and I was just, like, it's like, everyone's going crazy, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like, I was like, you know what, I have to step it up, so I started, like, standing up and shit, and then, like, anything I saw from a video of, like, someone, quote-unquote, killing it with dancing with someone, like, I was just trying to recreate it, and it worked, and it was probably one of the proudest moments of my life, just dancing moments.
Proudest dancing opportunity.
Yeah, because I would just like to make people laugh, and everyone thought it was funny, and, like, it wasn't disrespectful, like, I was, just bought into it.
You were just killing it.
Yeah, so it was just, I would say that was, like, one of the funniest, like, fun dance stories in my life, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, so, like, so, I have my buddy Sam, right? One of the funniest dudes I know, right? And we were a few of us out. It was me, him, and our other buddy Jordan, and we go out to Stanford, do the Stanford thing. The bars closed in the pre-COVID world, 2 in the morning. We were cool with these Greenwich dudes.
I missed those times.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right, and one of the, some people like to go to just to go over the bridge and go to Port Chester or go to New York because there are bars close here at 2. In New York they close at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So. So the way that we got transported This is 2 in the morning. I'm so mad I agreed. I knew when they offered this idea, I just knew this is going to be stupid. So we go. So it's like, yeah, come through. We'll put you in the bed of the truck.
Nice.
Oh my God.
So
to Portchester.
To Portchester over there. So I have the actual Snapchat videos of it.
What time of the night was it?
This was 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It was me, Sam, and Jordan, and we're in the bed of the truck riding. We're on the highway.
Oh my God.
Totally. I mean, I'm thinking the whole time, bad idea, bad idea. Any buzz or litness I had was gone. If somebody, I mean,
enough,
where do I go? Pull over? Where do I go? Accident? Everything.
Oh yeah.
But we miraculously get back. This is our buddy. One of the hardest parties animals I know is Vinny Hackett, and we went with his buddies. And we go to, I don't know why, the Portchester bar we picked was just the most towny, rundown,
Portchester
everything.
bar. Yeah.
You know, like, I think
a hole in the wall.
it was literally, everyone was over 40. There was plenty of people, of course. I'm just
oh
like,
my God.
what the fuck? Like, it's going to cost a $60 Uber. And I think Jordan was very rich. I mean, he still is very wealthy at the time. And I was just honestly banking on him to
just handle it.
Just handle it.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
did,
know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And so thinking of funny things to do, Sam's still wilding out, litness, and I just see this woman eyeing Sam down like eye candy. Maybe it could have been a better friend, this opportunity. I just pushed, yo, Sam, go with that. And then this woman bear hugs him, and he's so lit, and he's dancing with this woman, and oh my God, to see them together, it was like watching like a cat and a dog fight, but like try not to be moving there, bouncing around, and he doesn't realize what's going on right here. It's just, oh my God! And then
So you put him in that position.
Yeah, but he didn't. He's not mad. He's put me in plenty of awkward positions. So
He's put me in plenty of positions with older women that didn't want to dance.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to, you know what I mean? Because then it's a story, you know what I mean?
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
Sam with everything. I remember once down in the city in these village. You ever heard of 13th Step?
I thought it was.
Bar?
I thought it was like a program that.
Yeah,
we did.
12-step
Yeah, the
program.
12-step.
But this is the 13th Step.
It's the Lord's program.
What was the program we did at St. Jerome's?
14 steps.
14 steps.
14, yeah.
Too many steps.
Have you seen the movie 15 Steps? It just keeps getting crazier.
I just remember once he was wearing this cloud jacket, and I just see this girl look like Miss Piggy. Him just chilling, and she didn't give a fuck. I'm just drunk as fuck, and she just takes Sam, and then take out his mouth, and I lost my shit.
Oh my God.
Because I knew this wouldn't be a thing if he was comprehending what was going on. She gave him a martini, and he was sipping on it, but
Can
that's
I ask, is this Sam Genovese?
no.
Oh.
This is my buddy Sam Charlie. And then this is the funny part of the story is I see you definitely see her friend. She's marching. I just might as well see, she's in her bar outfit.
Yeah.
I could just see the sleeve coming out. She pushes him, and she just got had boyfriends in the military. You see? That's what she said to him and screamed at him.
What did he say?
When he bounced off, he got like, what was going on? But hear this. Bro, having a boyfriend in the military, 5 minutes later, she's with another dude in the corner. I was looking for her.
Yeah, you should have walked over. Boyfriend's in the military.
I wanted to find a friend. Like, yo, friend, I'm like, for somebody who is doing his duty for his country, this girl's doing this. Her duty for whatever.
Her boyfriend's in the military.
Our boyfriend's in the military.
Seriously,
It's a shame that I feel like there's a lot of stories with girls like that too, where their boyfriends are in the military and they just don't give a hoot.
I think it's like, it's almost like if you're in a military relationship and you're like 22 years old, it's like guaranteed that like the motherfuckers are getting married within the year.
Yeah.
Like,
because there's crazy benefits.
It's
Yeah.
like this isn't World War II times anymore. Okay, you
I'm being drafted to the war.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I'll ever see you again. It's like, no, you'll probably be stationed up like in another country, just chilling. Like you'll be back. Don't worry, you're gonna be gone for a year. And like, it's everyone just gets married. It's like I don't understand it. I don't know. Anytime I see someone get into a relationship and the other person's in the military, I'm just like, all right, well,
let's see where this goes.
They're wifed up and they're gonna move to
Let's
Kentucky.
see what the kid has.
Yeah, they'll move to Texas in like 2 years.
Must really be in love.
Yeah, like I don't know. Her boyfriend's in the military.
Oh man, so transition to that, right? We yeah, we went to St. Jerome's Church.
Yes, we did.
We got our props from the Lord. Good old Father Dave days.
Of course.
Man.
Hello, brother.
Yo, just that time. Can you tell me? Can you tell me some of the funny shit that happened all those times there?
In church?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
as soon as we talked about the 14-step thing, I thought of You Innocent Puppy.
My innocent puppy. Yeah. What
You remember
happened
that?
in that?
Where
Yeah.
you were playing, what was the character that you played?
So we did it, but so we did this this play to represent the 14 steps, 14.
Right,
Like,
before Easter, you know, how
Yeah.
I think it was like how he rose
how
from
he
the
rose
dead.
from the dead, greatest
How he was
comeback story of
crucified,
all
yeah.
time.
Besides the 3-1 win, Cavs win.
Yeah.
But yeah, you played
I was Pontius Pilate.
Pontius Pilate, yeah.
Who
Crucified
yeah,
Jewish.
I sentenced him.
Jesus, excuse me.
Told him you dead, right?
Yeah.
As a
He put the Glock to his mouth and he said, "Boy, you better get on your knees." Lord.
You go down the cross,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So, you're going on the cross, motherfucker.
True story. That's what they said in the.
Yeah, that was a direct.
Said.
It wasn't an edit or like from the directors or anything. But so essentially, Matt goes through this whole song about why he should be crucified, and the song's about to end, and at the end, he's supposed to smack Jesus Christ and call him an innocent puppet because he's just getting the strings. And so Matt, being the sincere, genuine person he is, just I guess it was a Freudian slip where he's just like, "You innocent puppy," and everyone was just like, "No, Matt!"
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't live. It wasn't live. It was a rehearsal.
Yeah. It wasn't a slip. It was a dare. Someone dared.
Oh, someone dared you? Oh, Kevin Lawrence?
Yeah, I did that, and I was like, "Fine, I'll do it."
I thought it was a slip. Oh, okay.
no, I did it. As
You innocent puppy.
It was.
Yo, you want to know? I gotta. I'm sorry.
No, I honestly, because you guys were always older than me, so I think I came in towards the tail end, so I missed it all. But
did you do the play?
I did it 1 year. I almost didn't get my
confirmation.
Yeah, they did.
Your Lord diploma.
You do all that work.
They thought I was a child of the devil. Like, I swear to God, though, like. So remember, I did the 30-hour famine.
I got a famine story after this.
Yeah, oh, okay, cool. And then, so I did the 30-hour famine. I did, all my service hours and everything I needed to do, but there was one trip that was, you go away in the summer to, a house or something.
Oh,
like that.
Emmaus.
Yeah, Emmaus.
Emmaus was dope.
Yeah,
Emmaus was pretty dope.
I was talking a maze. That's so
maze. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I couldn't go on it because I was going on vacation. You know what I mean? I
can't accept the Lord. I need to get my tan on.
Yeah, literally.
I was like, dude, I don't know. My parents planned for this. I didn't I'm just here.
I have no say. I'm 13.
Yeah, I was like, geez, I'm sorry, Father. So.
Sorry, Mr. O'Callahan.
Yeah. So no, literally, and then so they didn't want me to graduate or do whatever.
Get confirmed.
Yeah. So I mean,
did you screw the Did you
Priest?
screw people over?
You should have said something like, "Yo, you know what? I'm going Protestant now."
Yeah, right. You should have. I'm transferring.
666. I should have sort of been just you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't like this room. But I mean, to be fair though, I will say I think her name was Pat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pat,
She was
was
a
dope.
sweetheart.
Yeah, and she was a sweetheart.
But you fucked up.
If she's listening to this, I am sorry. But
she's probably not.
So it was. I went to All Saints for 9 years. So when I came to Norwalk, I didn't have many friends. So with this group, it was James Campbell, Taylor Persons, Megan Gilio, all these people from Norwalk who I was kind of starting to get to know.
The popular kid.
Yeah, starting to get to know more.
The cool kid.
The cool kid.
Yeah. So so I just kind of, I don't know. I would make jokes in if there was a funny instance, I would act upon it. You know what I mean? And,
of course.
It was a chance to perform for a social setting.
Yeah, and Pat was not knocking me down, and I needed to be knocked down and maybe slapped around a little bit, but she wasn't doing it, so I would just go full on.
Push the envelope.
Yeah, I was let me see how far I can go with this. So there would literally be times where we would have like 2-hour classes, and it would be an hour and 45 of me having the other kids crying because I was just like saying funny stuff.
Yeah.
And Kat was just sitting there like.
Oh, I feel, dude, she's so sweet.
And trust me, I feel so bad, and I really regret it.
You should write her an apology.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I would wear these shirts that like were like graphic tees that would
from
say,
like American Eagle or the Gap.
yeah, just like
pastel.
yeah, like you know what I mean. Like one of them was like LMFAO, and there's a picture of a guy's like ass on the ground, and like
so like go to church with that.
Yeah, I would. That was the thing, and so
funny.
they almost didn't want me to graduate, and then
Oh, like the intimate confirmation classes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I
like
thought he was talking about
groups.
youth.
No, I'm talking like the tiny groups
Yeah.
that you get with, and then I remember I had to come in and literally just talk with Callahan, one of the Callahans, and the priest. And it was the night the Giants played the Green Bay Packers, the night that they were like 16-1 in the playoffs, the year we won the Super Bowl.
Okay, so would be there Rodgers in that.
Yep, and I literally was just like, they're making me miss this fucking game, this shit. Like, I was like, I don't even want to do this shit anymore.
Well, to be fair, you made you miss.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So that was my Emmaus, or whatever,
And that's why Tree's not allowed back at St. Jerome's.
Yes,
that's why he's a Buddhist now.
Yeah, that's why my skin burns when I walk into a church now, so.
Dude, I have 2 things with church, like, okay, before
For
I
youth
tell
group?
story. Yeah, I mean, you know one thing I asked Father Dave once? I do the same thing, just any chance I can be funny, I can. I wonder if I asked Father Dave, just to make people laugh, hey, Father Dave, is it a sin to listen to Metallica? I actually asked him that. And he said yes.
Yes! Yeah, what if he was just like, rock on, my lord, rock on.
Just like, yes, it is a sin, you do listen to Van Halen instead.
Metallica's for pussies.
Yeah, like, it just flips it on you or whatever.
So I can't understand, man?
Yeah.
Pause.
Dude, like,
that was great. That was really great.
Oh, and my famine story, bro.
I'm gonna eat this up.
So,
Mm-hmm.
30-hour famine. Don't eat for 30 days. I'm sorry,
30 hours.
30
And we still have 30 hours.
Yeah. Don't eat, and then, that's it. It was just I remember they would cramp us in the rooms to sleep. They would sleep in bags. I remember people would be jokes, I got some Oreos.
Oh, yeah, people were sneaking. People didn't give a fuck.
I remember I snuck in Swedish fish, and it got out there that I snuck them in.
It got out?
Yeah, and it was funny because Nick Lampman came up and walked up to me, and it was like he was like a drunk uncle because he was just so hungry, and I remember us being outside, like, tossing the Frisbee, and just goes, Tree, for the love of God, give me those Swedish fish. And
sounds like him.
Yeah,
too,
me being 2 years younger, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, like, here you go. Like,
here you go, Mr. Lampman.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Lampman. He gave me the nickname Tree, too, so shouts out to him for that, but yeah.
He actually just DM'd me right before this of the story, and he said a podcast with Matt Brown. That sounds electric.
Yeah.
So I'll send him.
I'll
send him confirmation after that we mentioned him. So
yeah, man, I'd like to get back in touch with him. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, good dude for sure.
Dude. And so 30-hour famine, trying to be funny again. So they had the karaoke. That was a big night before we did all the more praying, right? Do your karaoke.
Yeah, this is what they do to make it fun. So you're not just praying all weekend.
And song I picked another dare was My Humps. I had no idea how dirty the song actually was.
Really? You hadn't heard it?
No, I just heard the My Humps part. I just assumed that's
that wasn't enough for you to be like, no, I'm not going to sing this at a church retreat.
And then I remember just singing the lyrics. Let me go on. Mind if I just pull up the lyrics real quick? My humps, saying lyric stuff like
I drive these suckers crazy. I do it on the daily.
What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk inside your trunk? I'm gonna get you drunk with my lady hump.
Oh.
And when I say stuff, they say love my ass in 7 jeans, true religion. I say no, and I said this at a religious event. And,
true religion, bro.
And then more of that junk. How much they're gonna humping, caring to be sharing, wearing a fly. Then I remember the people looked like that. I was the devil, like scared shitless. Turn this off! Turn this off!
They cut you
off! Oh,
off.
yeah, right in the middle of it.
Oh, man.
That's pretty fun. I feel like I remember that. I did a 30-hour famine, too. Was it like... Would you get, like, pink or purple shirts? Or something like that? I don't
remember. I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
The purple ones sound familiar.
Yeah, I think I might have been there for that.
You saw me get
I kind of remember.
ousted?
Yeah, I kind of remember something like that. But you're a legend for that, honestly. But, yeah, I mean...
Heck of a time.
Yeah, no, I had a great time doing that.
Heck of a time, shit. Yo, you guys were doing the impressions before, and you're really great at it. I know it's Who are some of your favorite impressions you guys like to do, if anything, or is it just, you know,
I mean,
Owen Bose?
I honestly, for me personally, my favorite to do are like my friends.
Yeah.
You know?
People from Norwalk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because I feel like it just hits harder with the people I'm like directly with.
All the great impressionists say it all starts with the impressions with their friends. You know,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's and the
Wow.
Eddie
100%.
Murphys of the world.
Might be going somewhere.
Seriously, though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think I'm okay. I have some pretty good ones, but I think, Tree, honestly, you blow me out of the water. You can do these weird voices that like no one even has.
It's literally Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it's very
that
impressive.
Spot on.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I don't know. I mean, I'd say like the impressions I can do best are definitely the ones with my friends or people around Norwalk, like Mike Powers, Luke Schwartz.
Yep.
Very kind of,
Conor Melendez.
I remember Mike Powers, bro. So it's like weird. Like when I get like an impression like in my head, like I'll like hear it like a person say something and it'll just stick in my head, like in the way that they said it. And
say that thing that you said just the way you said it.
Yeah.
So I could do it again.
Yeah. So I remember it was my freshman year of NCC, and we went to this like random place. We went to some random place to smoke, you know. And it was late at night. I wasn't sure if I could say that.
Oh, you could say you could.
Okay. Yeah.
There's plenty. We all support. We are very 420 friendly.
Okay.
420 friendly.
So I went to go smoke, and it was like a packed car. It was like me, Nicole Chandler, Mike Powers, I think Dan O'Brien. It was just a ragtag group of people. Yeah, like we were packed in her.
And I'm a ragtag girl.
Yeah. Oh, great song. And so we're all packed in this car, and like so I want to say we're at like apartment complex kind of hotel thing, smoking at like a bench, and it was just like it looked secluded, kind of. You know what I mean? And then we realized over time like, hey, maybe this is actually pretty like hot boy. So so one guy comes home and he pretty much parks like right in front of where we are, and like it's like there's like the tall bushes that are like behind it. So we're kind of like, all right, we need to get the hell out of here. So I think as we're like getting back to the car, the guy's like trying to say something to us.
Oh boy!
And we're just like, yo, get in the car, just get in the car.
So Mike. Right,
we finally get in the car. Mike's in the front seat, and he just rolls down the window and just goes, "Hey, sir, suck my dick." And it couldn't leave my head, and it just stayed there forever. And it just formulated an impression from that, and just like kind of got like his like what he does, like how he walks, and just certain stuff that he does. And
the pigeon toes.
I wish like I was friends with like Denzel Washington, or you know what I mean. So like I could study him. You know what I mean? Like I definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean like as far as famous actors go, like.
I can't even name famous ones I can do.
Yeah, it's almost like when it comes to me, it'll just
come naturally.
Can you do Arnold impression?
Oh.
I don't think you can. You can kind of do it.
I don't think I can do the Arnold too much. Nah, I don't know. I don't really like that one.
I can do an okay Donald Trump. I almost said Mr. Trump. Trump's probably like my go-to just because it's like.
Could you do that Trump impression?
Many people want to know what I say, and it's probably in their best interest. The people will tell you, everyone will tell you, the camera will tell you. Camera's looking at me right now. Get this person out of here, get him out. What we're going to do is we're going to win, and we're going to win hard. Probably. That's probably my best. It's probably my best one.
I'm trying to think. I can't I don't know.
You can do do you do a Jack Sparrow?
No, I think you do that one better.
We want to get the shoes.
Yeah, I did
I've got a job.
I guess Jesse Pinkman. I used to be able to.
Yeah, no, your Jesse Pinkman's definitely good.
Pinkman?
Oh, don't get us started on Breaking Bad.
It's like yo, Mr. White's like we can't cook this crystal, bitch. It's and it was like and it was weird because like I formulated that from Vine.
Yeah.
Someone on Vine
did an impression.
I'd never seen Breaking Bad before.
Oh!
You just did the thing.
Yeah, so I started doing this impression for my friends Jack and Sam Patterson, and they were like, yo, like, that's really good. Like, you watch Breaking Bad? Like, let's talk about it. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't. But, like, I need to start it. So I started it, watched it, loved it, of course. And that's how I got my Jesse Pinkman one. That's
Could you do a Walter White?
Jesse.
God, yeah, like...
I don't know.
We need to cook!
Yeah. God damn it, Jesse.
The methylamine won't stop flowing. I don't know why he's in the English accent there, but...
God damn it, Jesse.
Yeah, you did a pretty funny, like, physical Gus Fring one time.
Oh, yeah, it was literally just like...
Can you?
Yeah.
Wait, so, what's your Gus Fring?
Yeah. It's very subtle. It's very subtle.
I imagine it like when he walked. No, spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, don't even say
Oh,
it.
yeah, never mind.
But
No, we can have a spoiler. Spoiler
fine,
alert.
Alright, spoiler alert. Alright, so when he comes out of he gets blown up, when the guy's like, yeah, like,
No!
yeah, and,
No!
then, and then the thing blows up. He walks out, half his face
Such
is
a
blown
badass
off.
ending.
Yeah, and then
No.
yeah.
One of my favorite culture.
I'm pissed at myself that I don't know more impressions. Like
On the spot, but like I feel
Yeah.
you do a pretty good Rogan too.
Could you do a Rogan?
I did a Rogan.
Seth
Did I
Rogen?
really? Oh,
Seth Rogen. Oh,
I thought you were talking
said
Joe. I was like,
Rogan.
what the
Oh.
hell?
My Joe Rogan is just like is
Let's
his
hear
laugh.
it.
He just puts his head up like a violin. That's my Joe Rogan.
That's pretty good actually. He does do that a little
He
bit.
just puts his head up like violently, no matter
So,
what.
do you, like I don't know. He's just.
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah.
That's my Joe Rogan.
Oh, fuck.
I can do like kind of a Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I just love that.
And I'm walking down the street, and there's a guy. He's not wearing a mask. What's the matter with him? You gotta be wearing a mask.
He's not be wearing a mask.
What is with these people that walk around and they don't have masks on? I've got to know.
I'm trying to look at the wall.
Yeah, just get some inspiration.
Yeah, like I really.
You know, could you do a LeBron one? I like the people who do like the Snapchats like.
Hit the rolling stone with the rolling on. Yeah, like that. I do like that.
Those are getaway
I think
portfolio.
I kind of have a Kendrick Lamar.
Yo, yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
Kendrick
like-
is good. Yeah.
It's like, more, get on the floor, you bodies, what it seeds, all it seeds. Kendrick,
We
Hey,
can want this.
rigor mortis, very high. I don't know, it's like,
No,
it's very
Yo,
like,
you do a lot of NBA ones too.
Yeah, what's
Ernie
it?
oh, yeah,
Ernie
I
Johnson
can do,
here.
yeah, or Ernie Johnson, and then go on over to,
Buckley.
Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining!
I haven't left the hard about that.
Bang! Bang! Whoa, go! Rebound Bosch!
Won't go.
Dude,
Yeah, no. And then, have you ever played NBA 2K?
of course.
So you know when they like you're doing the interviews after the game,
Yeah.
and you're choosing the answers.
Yes.
You did a Shaq response to one of those.
Yeah, so Shaq asked a question and like about being a freak, and he just goes, "Hey, freak, ah, you were great out there." I think,
Barbecue chicken.
yeah, was that 2019?
Oh, it might have been
Yeah,
2019.
but
Yeah.
that one thing, it was just where he goes, "Hey, freak, ah," like that would just always stick like in the head too.
I did the McConaughey before. It's not great, but I just like the way he says like hero.
Yeah.
And I'll say, "Who's your hero?" I say, "It's me in 10 years." He said, "Have you gonna get there?" Not even close. He's got like a slight whistle.
Yeah.
Yo, could you do any like of the cartoon characters? Could you do a?
Oh, you can
Griffin
definitely do.
or-
You did a Peter.
Wowish. I like a friend or I can do a Marge Simpson.
Mark Simpson?
Yeah.
Homie.
Oh, homie. Miss Karen Lisa.
Merge. Merge. Merge.
I'm trying to think. I think that's it. I want to say Peter. I used to be able to do when I was like younger.
I feel like a lot of impressions.
Oh my God, Herbert the Pervert.
Yeah.
That was my first ever impression.
That was my first impression
Yeah.
too.
No,
Yeah.
you should-
Hey Chris, come on over to some popsicles, Chris. I need those strong arms. Yes. And then there's an ice cream truck that rides down the street. Da 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 da.
I like that.
Da 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 da.
I think that's like the top notch.
Can you do any other like presidents? Like, could you do a Nixon, a J?
Dude, we were talking about the one before. I can't remember who it was. It's President. I think it's President Nixon.
Bill Clinton? Did we do a
Yeah,
Bill
Nixon's
Clinton?
like,
I
I am not a crook.
Yeah.
American president people need to know the president's not a crook. Oh, I'm not a crook.
Yeah, that's I've only like ever heard. I've never like actually listened to Nixon talk. Like that's the only thing I've ever heard
just
though,
like
by him was like
the hands up there.
yeah.
Sorry,
The,
I don't have any armpit.
Oh,
No,
no.
yeah. It's
Bill Clinton?
Look, I can only think of Caliendo's. I am not here. I like melons.
Yeah, I did not sleep with that woman.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. That might be it for presidents.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh.
Oh, Georgie.
Strategizers.
It's a nucleic option that we need to utilize.
Just learn about science and nucleic acid. Crazy stuff, man.
It's cuckoo.
Yeah.
It's cocoa for cuckoo puffs.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Impressions,
Oh,
especially like when on the spot, I feel like for me are very.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I have so many that I can do, but I just.
You just have to hear.
It's
you
so
just have
yeah.
to hear the mention or reference.
Yeah, it's so hard to really come off like
Yeah.
like a list, you know.
Yeah, one time I had a really good Charles Barkley, and then I never.
Oh,
You can do a Charles
I
Barkley.
never like really. It was like weird.
It's good. It's good.
I never found
It's
it.
good.
Again.
It's good. Do it.
It's
Trick.
yeah.
What are you saying, Trick? I can't even.
Ron Braun is a knucklehead. He should use a brain enhancing drug instead. And that's all I really said. And then-
Bars. Those are
yeah,
bars.
one time I remember I was.
What'd you say?
It was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was at a red light with my buddies, and we were leaving my friend Dante's house, and I just like. I don't know what it was, but it made me say something in a Charles Barkley voice, and I remember I said it, and it was yeah, like it was weird. I didn't feel like Charles Barkley, but it was like when I said it, I was like, where the fuck did like, it was like, whoa,
yeah,
like,
you get embodied.
yeah, I was like,
Those are always the best impressions that come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like my sister's a big, hey, do this impression for me on the spot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, and like I'm just like, okay, there's 15 people here.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, that was all right.
yeah, and then it's like, no, I'm telling you, it's really good, and then you do it, and then everyone's like.
Yeah, she oversells it, and then you gotta perform.
Yeah, because it's like you get in your own head, and you're
If you're
like,
telling, you gotta do it yourself. You gotta, you know.
Yeah, and like also just love like just doing like southern like just like.
Just it's like molasses.
Yeah,
rolling off your lip.
We're gonna come down here. We're gonna
Oh,
listen.
Tiger King.
Yeah, it's like
Joe
like,
Exotic.
Yeah, like Joe Exotic. Here now, the best tigers in all the U.S. of like.
Was he say? I'm never gonna recover financially from this.
I'm never gonna recover from this financially. So I guess that's it for the, I mean.
What's the matter with this podcast?
Yeah, I'll have a list next time. Yeah, if I do impressions.
Seriously,
Do you like Jay Farrow?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, he goes. He's got the voice. I mean, his Stephen A.
Yep. Oh, I can kind of do Stephen A. Not really though.
Blasphemy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The brother can ball. We know this. This ain't new. But what we need to know is in the fourth quarter.
I don't know. Do you know who Sam Kinison is?
No, I don't think so.
He's a big stand-up in the late
Kinison?
80s and 90s.
Is he on Netflix at all?
I don't know.
I watch a lot of the stand-ups on Netflix. I feel like I've seen the name.
Like, yeah, he's young. He was just, like, his shtick was very high-powered. He's a former preacher, and he sadly died from a car accident, but he was huge guy. But his impression was, like, if anyone gets it, he's like, man, so I was having relationship troubles. And this girl won't leave me alone! It's literally, it just screams like
I
that.
kind of feel like I know what you're talking about.
It's like
he's like really short. He had the French beret backwards.
Is it almost like a Bobcat Goldthwait?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely in that range and like that class right there.
That kind of that impression you just said kind of reminded me of like Ralphie May.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was like just a high pitch like.
And he was even way more high pitched than me. I was like a few octaves down, but it was just.
I
like
was
that
flat.
type of
I was
thing.
flat, but
I was about B minor.
Yeah. It's a key of G, and I fucked up. But.
Oh man, yo, well, who are some of your favorite teachers from Murawski? We already talked about Allie.
Yeah.
Like, I was somebody who also would mess with teachers like that. You remember, Mr. Couture?
Of course they do. Yeah. I wasn't good at it. That wasn't good. Yeah.
That was like a.
That wasn't good.
I didn't even know who that was. It was
I
like
don't know.
Oh, I tried.
That was like a Tarantino. Oh, you do a Tarantino too.
Could you do a Tarantino?
Oh,
yeah, you do a good Tarantino.
That's what's wrong, Janet, okay? It's my movie, okay? Jeez. That's all I can do there. Yeah, that's
do you know that video he's referencing?
Oh, yeah.
For Kill Bill?
She gets in like the...
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, don't you think that the violence will, bestow upon the children?
Well, Jan.
So he asks, why are movies so violent?
Yeah.
Because, Jan.
It's my movie.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, that was a good one. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, no, that was definitely one.
But back to the teachers thing, though. I'd say Miss Milne, she definitely...
I used to do a Miss Milne impression.
Yeah.
Was she a pretty teacher?
Miss Milne was a proud... Miss Milne was like a hippie...
I used to be a smoker.
Yeah, like,
That was her favorite thing to say.
yeah, like Miss Milne, I'd say is one of my favorites. So
She was not a TILF exact. Was she? I feel like I don't know.
TILF? A teacher I'd like to fornicate
teacher,
with?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, where is this going?
I mean,
With
fuck
the-
it. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see
I
that.
disagree with that.
And then, I mean, so Mr. Alley, Miss Dolan, because I wanted to be a culinary. I wanted to do culinary for like a big portion of my life.
I wanted to be cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
Tony
man,
Soprano, too.
Oh, you forgot about the Tony Soprano.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Dude, yeah, what do you mean? You have so many impressions.
Could you do the
We're
Tony-
gonna do the movies.
So wait, what's this Tony Soprano? You could do that.
Wait, what?
You Tony Soprano.
Oh. Of course, if I want you to come down and sit down with me for real quick. You come down for 2 fucking minutes, are you fucking stupid? Are you serious right now, Christopher? Don't, I don't know.
And then AJ.
AJ. Like the AJ impression, I did it. I literally was, it's kind of morbid, but I was on the way to my aunt's funeral, who I didn't know too well, so it's not like it was a sad time, but like I was just trying to get the car happy. And I remember I was looking out the window, and I felt like AJ from The Sopranos, and I literally just go, "What do I care? I barely know her." and like my family was like,
What the fuck you? You should kill! You should kill!
Yeah, and like they were like, "Okay, that was pretty good," and I was like, "All right, I guess mom and dad and sister."
No, you definitely got a gift of the voices.
I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. You kill with that, but
The teachers, I keep getting off.
Yeah.
Miss Milne, the TILF.
Dolan, loved her because she really, crafted like my love for culinary. But then I just realized late I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go more into movies and stuff, like broadcast journalism. I did. Mr. Seberg, definitely for sure.
What's the story?
Yeah.
Yo, Seberg. I told my brother, Seberg was
He was a homie. I
homie.
liked him. Yeah.
Seberg is honestly, he was
I don't want to be mean when
dope.
I say this. I just had better film professors before that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like all he did really was teach us how to turn the camera on in
Yeah.
the story, which is important to know the story.
Yeah, I don't know how much he really knows about film.
Yeah, like not
Because he was more broadcast, though. I want to say, right? Like.
Well, he was the one who brought back broadcast journalism.
Yeah, and, like,
after I graduated, came out, I was bummed I missed that.
Yo, yeah, dude, you missed Chris's Corner. Like that was
very familiar.
That was like a huge thing that got me like back into like that made me realize like I wanted to do something like video content based, like where I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know?
See that.
Yeah.
That old thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
but that's a Seberg. So Seberg's up there for me too.
Yeah. And then like as we said, Miss Milne, because like I didn't realize I really loved movies until I was in her class and she put on The Shining. I remember.
That's
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's great. I mean, that's quite the movie to put in high school.
Yeah. So she put it on. The beginning is like the helicopter shot, and it's just like the whomp whomp.
Yeah.
It was my first Kubrick I'd ever seen too.
Ooh.
So I was like, wow, was amazing. And then we watched Memento, and I was like, I think I really fucking love movies. And I would I'd write the reviews on them, and she was like, you're really good at this. And I was just like, oh, I just was giving my opinion. I don't know. So she definitely made me get more into the movies. And then one time, just another impression story. I kind of lost it because I haven't heard her talk in such a long time. But Isaiah Gaddy and Jockey Page were in my class too. And they knew I would always do an impression behind her back because I didn't want to sometimes people take impressions the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was always doing it behind her back, and then one time they said that I had one of her. And they're like, get up and do it right now. Get up and do it. So then the whole class is looking at me to do it, and even she is, and I'm just kind of like, fuck, man.
I have to do it.
Yeah, now I gotta do this. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I literally
Did you go all out?
Yo, I got into it. So literally, I was sitting there, and I was just like. And then I get up from my desk and I walk to the front how she would walk, and I would just be I would put my hands together and I was like, movies. okay, good. And,
that's fine.
Yeah, and I went into it, and I would even slam on people's desks.
Take off your glasses, put them back on.
Yeah, and then she was crying, and the whole class was crying. So I was like, all right, I'm not delusional here. She's down with the bullshit.
Yeah. Come on, get down with the bullshit.
Yeah. So but yeah, it's a story.
Dude, no, because she used to do. She would be like, no, what do you think this scene meant? And you're like, that the sky was blue. Mm-hmm. More, yeah. And she's, I don't know, and that there were clouds. Yes.
And
Next, and you would just say the most vague thing. She was like, yes. Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time you said that with that joke, you're like, and it's also green, and you're like, perfect. That's why I liked it too.
And what else?
You could say anything to her, and she would
would
always,
just eat it up. Yeah.
So.
Dude, I mean, I was like you said, Couture is when I really mess with all the freaking time. And but he'd also mess with me, like purposely have my projects feel. I don't know if you remember. He made us do these.
Oh, I heard you talk about this.
Yeah, like a bit of briefly, but long story short, we had these note card towers, and the point was he's putting a weight on it and it can't fall and break. But for me specifically, he would put the weight at the machine to move the weight as hard as it can, so he tried to make me feel on purpose.
Oh.
That was the joke with that, like, but he couldn't do it. Or it's like, we had these cars, right? We had to do the
rubber band cars,
rubber band cars.
Yep.
Rubber band car.
Mine would go in like,
And I had a rubber
like A,
band
B,
car.
C, D. And then mine went to A and then went to C backwards. And then he was just so genuinely happy and laughing. But I would just mess with him all the time too. So we really just bantering with each other. Probably, depending on the wrong person, I could get him in trouble. But no, I just loved having fun with him and any other teachers like that. Mr. Carl too, like Mr. Carl's like a folks.
Okay.
Boner
Running
champ.
20, 25 songs, dude. That's
Take
crazy.
out your notes!
Yeah.
That was his fucking go-to, the tie over his shoulder. What we're trying to find out is, what's your gauge, you know?
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, but Seabird too was he was just a bro.
Seabird was the homie.
Yeah,
Such a bro.
he like gave me like a magnet that was like had like a very inspirational quote on it and like wrote like something on the back. I'll never forget. Like, and I was like, it was just very like close to me, and I was like, shit, man, like that was probably one of the coolest things you probably could have
You
ever
still
done.
have it?
Yeah, I do. It's right next to my bed.
How far? He's got to be happy to see us something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was like applying for like internships and shit, I was like, I reached out to him and was like, hey man, like, could you send me like the links to, you know, some of the projects I worked on in broadcast journalism? He's like, hey man, like, great to hear from you. Like, here, check these out, because I wanted to like use them as like examples for like content that I did for internships and shit, and it got me an internship, which is cool. But yeah, no, but it was awesome to, you know, like catch up with him. I was like, yeah, no, I want to come swing by their school and stuff, but things got busy, and you know.
You remember the last time you were at Norwalk?
Oh, it's been. I mean, I think I picked up Sean, my little brother, there one time recently. But like that's about it.
I still only go just watch my youngest brother's games.
Oh, he's still in high school, right? Yeah.
Senior this year.
I actually had a question with that.
Yeah.
So he's doing 7-on-7 touch, right?
Yeah.
Are they playing other schools, or is it against the other team?
They are playing other teams together.
Okay.
FSEC, and they plan to have one in the spring.
Okay.
Maybe like a 5-game season.
Yeah, because I heard your brother talking about it, but I was like, are they playing? Because I know, like, Eastern, I went to Eastern in Connecticut.
Yep.
They, like, their seasons were against themselves. So, like, the girls played the girls, and the boys played the boys, and, like, soccer, and, like, all those, like, and they're like, oh, we had a great season. I'm just like, yeah, you played yourself.
18 versus B team.
It was 18 versus B team. Like, you know what I mean?
But in different areas.
Yeah,
so
so
to make it,
It's varsity versus JV.
Yeah. Or was there any? So you said you went to the games. Like, was there any like kind of like controversy? Like, oh, like he didn't touch me. Like, is it 2-hand touch or is it like?
Not that I've seen that got absurd with that. I mean, you see like when you see like some legit tackles and refs don't call them, it's weird. But you know, you always felt like Norwalk had that bias for whatever sport officiating.
For sure, yeah.
They all just like, we gotta specifically make sure that Norwalk High doesn't get far.
Yeah.
So I mean, besides that annoying tradition, it hasn't been too bad. You know, just the seating. Some places allow seating, and some don't, depending even if you have parents. You know, so he's been really doing well with that. Now he's actually in the championship of the 7-on-7. They did really good this year. They beat Staples High. Tommy led
Are you
Norwalk
serious?
High.
That's so far.
Dude, that's
Staples
amazing.
High in 7-on-7.
Wow.
He did it, and they won. It's a really thrilling game.
Good
And
fuck those people. Yeah, like yeah. Good.
oh man, it
just
was.
ranked it. You know what I mean? Like they would say some fucked up shit. Like it was not needed ever. You know.
Oh
so.
yeah, all those talents. It just was the best fuck you could do that.
Yeah.
We beat you.
Yeah. Exactly.
At your home turf too.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
So-
pretty cool. I'm glad he's balling out. I'm glad.
So very proud of Tommy and the whole Norwalk High varsity squad doing that. And they have a whole brand new coach. Ireland's not there no more.
Oh really?
He did something that Ireland couldn't do, beat Staples or stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
good.
So, just so freaking proud, man, and just excited to see the 7-on-7. He can just keep training for that. He's not going to school. He's just doing the hybrid learning. So, just training, getting ready for that.
Yeah,
Hopefully they start
Still.
playing in the March, April.
Yeah. It's awesome though.
One can only hope. You never know. It's
Yo.
going down, but
What is the worst movies you've ever seen recently? Movies suck.
I just watched Knock Knock on Netflix
Not.
with Keanu Reeves. And
How do you feel about Keanu Reeves?
honestly, that is the only thing I've really seen. I've seen like parts
Really?
of John Wick.
You gotta watch.
I gotta watch it in full. It's on my list, and I know he's amazing in it. But I've only seen,
Point Break.
dude, literally, this movie was so bad. It was
Mhm.
with Keanu Reeves, Ana de Armas, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Oh,
From
she
Knives
is an
Out.
Angel from heaven.
Yep, and I will say she gets naked in the movie, which is cool. And then there was another girl, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Leo's Italian wife he brings home.
Oh yeah.
So those two women, Keanu Reeves is like a loving husband and father. His family goes away while he works at the house for a weekend, and these two girls knock on his door.
Knock knock.
Yeah, knock knock, and it turns into like a night of like sensual nightmare hostage shit. It's like the concept is okay, but the way that it was done, it was like there was no point to it really. But you should definitely add it. Just watch it. It was like trending on Netflix, I think, recently.
You definitely have to watch bad movies to be aware. Of
Yes,
what's really
exactly,
bad. It's
yeah.
important to watch bad movies.
To know what not to do, essentially.
Yeah. For me though, I have 3 because like you guys said you have Letterboxd, right?
I do
one?
have an account, but I need to get on that.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
Actually, Jack Patterson was the one put me on.
Yeah, dude, same here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love this app because I love tracking like my movies and like watching stuff and giving like ratings and everything.
Yeah, I just have a big ass list on my notes. That's why I have.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, dude, transfer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All I
You
do
want to see? Oh, I got you, bro.
all I do is keep track of movies. You don't even have to like interact or do anything. I just
Yeah.
keep track of what I want to watch and what I have watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have
It's
this
so
thing.
dope.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I have this thing. It's called the Ultimate Movie List. So it was just all like the culture significant ones I still have. This is what's left, and I break it up by decade.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit,
That
that's
seems very
amazing,
manual.
though.
That
Yeah.
seems very manual. Yeah, no, transfer it, dude.
Oh, I got
Get
you.
on the box.
And one thing I did, I watched. It was AFI's top 100 movies ever. I don't know if you have ever seen that list.
No,
It's kind of old. I'd have
I
to get.
think
updated.
I have. I think Sam Kramer has a poster on his
Oh,
wall.
yeah, I
on
think you
that.
might be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Or
it
he
just
has
to
the
get updated.
IMBD version of it.
It just has to get updated. It's from 2007, so that's.
There's a lot of movies that came out
Yeah,
since then. Yeah.
Parasite, I want to say, is like close to the top of that list now. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was another movie
yeah,
from 2020.
Parasite was great.
That might have
yeah.
been my favorite movie of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool now. It's showing to have people finally join the foreign films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give
oh,
them a
100%.
chance. There's just so many other crazy story ideas that have come from. Like,
Dude, yeah, people are like, you want to watch subtitles? It's like, dude, I watch subtitles in English.
It's easier to follow a movie with subtitles.
Yeah, 100%. And that's just how I normally watch,
If
which
you have-
is a polarizing thing, but...
If you have HBO Max, watch Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai?
Dude.
It's just really long, but it's totally worth it. I think it's 3.5 hours, but it's insane. And you
Jesus.
just see how many movies throughout history borrowed from it.
Yeah, like,
That's fire.
yeah, no, it's like one of the best.
You seen it?
No, so Jack, when he had to come home during quarantine, lives in New Orleans, he's like working
Yep.
down there. Yeah, so when he came home for quarantine, I would go over to his house like once or twice a week for like a month, and we'd watch like a really good movie. Like I watched Inception for the first time with him, like stuff like that. And we were going to watch Seven Samurai because he got it on Criterion.
Oh yeah.
But it was just so long, and we didn't have like 3.5 hours. And then,
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to set that time for
yeah,
it.
and then like the summer kind of happened, and like I was like still working and stuff. So and then he was just like doing his own thing. So then like I haven't watched it yet, but we both are gonna watch it for the first time together next time he's home. So
The key is for me, whether or night, but usually watching those really long movies in the morning
oh yeah,
is sweet. And yeah, all those movies I marked down what I did see. But yeah, the 100 greatest movies, I'm at 3/4 from it. I watched 75 of them.
oh my god,
Wow.
that's great though. That's awesome.
crazy. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's a feat in itself.
for all the throughout as early as the 20s, and really the silent films from it, the Charlie Chaplin ones, and they're really fast watches too. They're only
like 80 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you just bang them out, bang them out, bang them out.
Yeah. One of my
Bang 'em out,
yeah.
bang 'em out, bang 'em
Oh,
out. What?
Yeah, one of my favorite like speeches in the movie, I'd say, is from the Great Dictator, where he's like,
Oh, yeah.
17 chicken reviews, man, the kingdom of God, like, or whatever, it says that whole
Charlie
thing.
Chaplin right
Yeah,
there.
I haven't seen the movie, though, and I haven't really seen a lot of his stuff, but, like...
Yosemite!
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
HBO Max
Yeah.
put a lot of his shit on.
Yeah, so I really want to, like, get into, like, a lot of his stuff, too, but, yeah, something you should check out on Letterboxd is, like, it's a top 250 narratives list.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah, so it's like, and it updates, too, because, you know, like, new movies come out and they'll...
Mhm.
make
It's just
it
based on
in,
what
yeah.
like the story is.
No, it's based on the rating. Because you could put like
IMDb
5
rating?
stars. Yeah, no, it's
Or-
the letterbox ratings.
Oh, the letterbox was. Okay.
Yeah, because they only go off 5 stars or whatever.
Random. How do you feel about Rotten Tomatoes scores? I was surprised how mixed they are to people. I go by them.
I think I generally do trust them generally, but also after like the Dave Chappelle one where they gave it like a 70% or like a I don't know, it got like a even shittier rating.
Really?
Dave Chappelle, when he released all those new specials, audience rating was 99%. Rotten Tomatoes was like low as hell. Like it was bad. It was just like you could tell that they were just like wicked offended by everything, and like it was based on shit like that. So I was like, all right, if this is how we're like really like documenting like ratings of movies now, like I'm definitely gonna be a little skeptical because this was like it was an unreal special. Like
Oh yeah.
especially for just what the times are in. Audience gave it a 99, and you guys gave it, you know, something else. It's like, dude, this is a comedy show. It's not going to be cinematic with stories. This is all just based on...
Yeah, you got to remember what you're seeing and not too deep, and that's just a thing when you talk with a pretentious critic like that. And there are a lot of them.
I didn't think that the story lined up quite like I wanted it to.
The only thing you get excited when a comedy does get loved by critics is usually hilarious.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the one thing that gets exciting, but we're just here or there with those misses and stuff. You ever y'all like I don't know if you ever heard of the movie podcast Lights Camera Barstool, which is really great.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, just Instagram.
Is it who's the podcast? Do you know who they are?
So it's Ken Jack Kennedy.
I follow their Instagram. I don't listen to the podcast.
Two guys' names, but I like their stuff.
Are they big film guys?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just bros who like movies and like they know their shit too, and highly recommend those especially. And they help break down and stuff, and just homies like that.
That's
you
pretty
know?
cool.
Yeah, like the other like film podcasts I listen to are like Film Spotting, and it's like
Oh, I've heard about.
yeah, Film Spotting is cool because it's like it's 2 dudes who are like really big like critics, I guess, like
Mhm.
Adam Kempenaar and I can't remember the other guy's name, Josh Larson.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I just love the way like they deconstruct it. It's cool because like I think they have the budget to like use like sentences and like scenes from the movie and get early access and
Mhm.
stuff. So like I always love like how they set up their show and like the stuff they do. And then another one was just the Slash film cast. That's more like they're just like they're bros talking about the movie. A good like they're always like an hour and 45 to 2 hours long, but it's like an hour of them just talking about what they've like done, and then like they get into the movie in the last hour, and I'm just like, all right, I kind of wanted this whole 2 hours of the movie. But
Yeah,
it's fine,
you know what's another great one is the Rewatchables from the Ringer podcast.
Oh,
They're hilarious. Bill Simmons, he's over there. He just goes in on all of them. You know what's another great movie you should watch that he put me on? It was on HBO Max at least last week. It was called Midnight Run. It's a hilarious. It's actually like it's Robert De Niro who's freaking hilarious in it. It's about him. It's a cross country then. Good ways there.
Midnight Run. I'll put it on my watch list.
Midnight Run. Big fan of that. Really influenced a lot of people out here. Oh man. Yo, can you tell me one thing I wanted to ask you about that you talked about on your podcast today. Was the whole Kayla Monahan situation.
Yeah.
For those who aren't aware, the way it broke down, so it's nice to see some more Norwalk people getting recognized. So Kayla Monahan, she's a year older than me, and she was in the running to be a Barstool
Halloween smoke show.
Smoke show.
Yeah,
She
she
great
won,
on
yeah.
it.
She actually did win. Yeah.
And she won, but the controversy is that she was losing, and she's for some reason found out whoever was in the lead was buying likes. And then she confronted a lot of people who were associated with those likes and asked, hey, did you like that? Hey, did you not like that? And
you like that?
Yeah.
You like die.
Yeah, she
Of course,
like,
quite
her
the stern.
cousins.
She got a lot out of it, but reason why I bring it up first. What do you? I mean, it's on their podcast, and you guys gave your thoughts on there. But how do you feel like? Do you think someone should go that far for someone if they want like that? How far is too far? How do you guys?
I just
feel
thought it
about
was
that?
funny.
Yeah.
Because she just kept claiming how much she doesn't really care about it. And
But of course.
she's, DMing all these people. I'm okay with losing, but I'm not going to lose to a cheater.
Did you like this?
Yeah, it just seemed OD to me.
Yeah.
And there was also another update. I don't know if you saw this, but
No. I don't
she
know.
ended up claiming that she's giving the $1,000 to charity.
Oh, fuck you.
And it was never about winning the money. It was never about winning. It was about the honor. I was like, bro,
PR.
shut the hell up.
PR stunts everywhere.
And do you know who KFC Barstool is?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I don't personally like him at all.
Is he the Minute guy?
Yeah, he's the Minuteman guy. He did a whole thing on it today, and I did agree with him in this point where it was like, I mean, now you're just doing this shit as like a PR move, like you said. Like,
Yeah.
this is all just so, you look good after you just fucking, like, made yourself look crazy.
Yep.
over
100%.
$1,000. Like, if you were really going to give it to charity the whole time, like, why was it such... I feel like you wouldn't have made it a big deal, you know? Like...
Yeah, it's like... It sucks because in our world today, I think, it's like... like... Press is good press, or what is it?
Bad press is good press.
Yeah,
or bad
any
publicity is good.
Any PR is good.
Yeah, any PR.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's like Daniel Brignoli, that girl, like, catch me outside, how about that? Like, we see, she's, like, performing at fucking shows now. Like,
She's like a legit rapper.
well, since when was she a rapper? Is it my thing? You know what I mean? It's just
Anyone
like,
could make it.
that's what I'm saying. So, like, that's what
You just need to get the...
Yeah.
If you have the virality or virability?
Yeah, or just that...
Virality.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is. If you have that factor that makes you... That you can go viral with, then it'll be much easier to market you that way, right?
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. So, it's 100% what you're saying.
Like, if you think about,
Yeah.
like Dixie D'Amelio, this is not shade at all. They went viral, and then she made music, right?
Yeah.
She didn't go viral for making the music.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, wait, she can also kind of sing, too. Like, let's use her and, let's make more money this way. Like,
Representation, trying to just get as much.
yeah, it's not like she was just, like, this outrageously amazing singer that, like, rose up because of singing. Like, that's just not how it happened. They were just like, oh, wait, this is an added value that we can, see through it, so...
Yeah, and it's like, with her, she just, I get it, she cheated, I get it, she did cheat. The thing that sucks, too, is she's 100% right, but it still doesn't make me like her any much more.
And, yeah, I would almost just rather you let the girl win.
Yeah, so, and, like, I hate that, because it's like, also, she cheated, like, I'm not gonna say nothing, but you have to, like,
It just felt like such a dramatized, like, theatrical...
It could have gone out like
People
a
would
better
have
way.
given you more respect if that came out, like, oh, it didn't work, or, you're able to...
To go out of your
not
way, and she's like, oh, like, let's show them what a real fan base is.
She got Houston Astro,
Yeah.
so to speak. Like,
History shows
Yeah.
people who do that don't really...
Hoppy_Toppy had, what she have, a trash can.
yeah,
She was
exactly,
banging trash
yeah.
cans, yeah.
Yeah.
Banging the trash can. Oh, man. Didn't that piss you off, those Astro cheaters?
Yeah, it does. It does piss me off.
Matt, could you pull me to the bathroom?
Yeah, yeah.
No, was that not supposed to say that on the mic? I don't know.
No, of course.
Okay.
I'll just pause this real quick.
Yeah, we can do
Okay.
that. We can cut that out, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, don't
You
worry.
looked at me like, I just need to pay.
Yeah, just, you just go up here.
If you want, I can just pee outside if that's easier, whatever's...
I mean, it's up to you.
Okay, whatever.
Don't worry. But if you want to go to the bathroom, just go to the right, to the left.
Up to the right, to the left?
Sorry. Go through here, up the stairs to the left.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Well, be killing it. I hope you're having fun so far.
Yo, I'm having a great time. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too,
Yeah.
man. Don't worry about this election bullshit.
Yeah, I'm like getting some updates or whatever, but
Yeah.
not much. I don't even know where you would like go to track it. Like, I have no idea. But I don't know, it's just crazy shit. I'm gonna remember this though. Like,
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
like,
Like I said, this will be up next week on Thursday, and
I'm pretty
good
excited.
times ahead.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what shit means mainly, but I don't know. It's like pretty crazy what's going on. Yeah, I'm having a great time.
This is one of my, between you and me and Chris, this is my favorite one. So far. No bullshit.
Cool. Makes me happy. Was born and raised.
I found it.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. All right.
Oh.
Ready to hop on again when you are.
Alright, word. Are you catching up on that in the
Alright.
chat?
Yeah,
I'm starting to record us right now. All right.
3.
2, 1. All right, we're back from
Sorry about that.
relieving of the
Speed break.
the bladder. Anyway.
Yes, relieving the bladder.
Yo, what's been grinding your guys' gears lately in life? What's been really or pet peeves that's been happening now? Like I talked about my Jim Hardos.
I hate that.
I don't
director,
like. Today I'm driving, and this Karen pulls up closer to me, and she was yelling at me. I looked her straight in the eye before I flipped the bird or say anything. I didn't need to smoke. But I don't like people like her being entitled. What's going on with you guys? What's grinding your gears right now?
You want to? I'm like formulating something in my head right now. Panicking, I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same thing. I don't have anything that's particularly like grinding me.
I'd say maybe just like, yeah, to that, like, I don't know, like, I pretty much drive all day and stuff, so, so I'm like a swap driver, so, like, I go, take cars from, like, one Jeep dealership to another one, like, I do shit in the back, like, stuff like that, just for, like, right now. But I'd say, like, another thing is, like, yeah, like, road rage is people take shit so seriously on the road sometimes, and it just...
Get there 2 seconds faster!
Yeah, and it's weird because, like, when I drive, like, you can kind of see when it's gonna happen, or, like, what's about to happen, like, you see, like, someone in the back, like, weaving in and out of traffic, like, doing whatever, and then, like, finally when they get, like, up to you, you're like, I know what you're about, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna let you...
I was watching you.
Yeah.
What is it?
I was waiting on you.
I was waiting on you at the Dell.
I saw you in my rearview mirror. So, you know what I mean? So, I guess just that, kinda, and then, like, it's just like, yo, if you're on my tail, like, if you're, you know what I mean, like, in the fast lane, like, I'm going 80 miles an hour, like, a 55, like, go the fuck around me, because, like, for me, 80's, like, just go around. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I guess that's something that kind of...
It just reminds me of, like, the Louis C.K. bit. Are you a big Louis C.K. fan?
I did like him and watching a lot, but, he's a funny guy.
He had a bit just about, like, how people are, like, way more angry, like, within a car than they are, like, ever with a human. He's like, I was driving the other day, I literally told somebody, like, I wish you were dead, like... He's like, I said that to somebody's son. He's like, would you ever go in an elevator and get in somebody's face and just go, I wish you were dead? It's like the car, you should be so much more careful and, things like that. But we, as humans, we're just like, we feel empowered or something. We're like super psycho behind it.
Unbelievable. Yo, one thing I want to ask, when we're recording this, and we are recording this, election night 2020, not to get too much in the politics and whatever, but I want to ask, whether whatever you did with today, if you voted or not and stuff like that, like, how are you guys feeling now that shit might be changing very soon, or they could stay the same and something's got to change in your life to prepare for that? Like, shit, it's been some year, and now, by the time this airs next week, or, we should hopefully know who wins or not, but how are you guys feeling with all this? Are you, like, I got some text from people, America's the update right now is America's making me drink, and then I have people, who...
Sending odds of who's going to win the presidency, and,
that,
like,
and,
Vegas odds.
Yeah, we have a group chat going off about what their odds are for who's going to win.
Who's over, under on...
Or who's the favorite now.
Yeah.
So...
What do we have at this moment at 10:27 on election night?
So what most recently I saw, I think Trump was minus 350.
I saw in Bovada he was minus 600.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
what
so
the hell is
I
going
think
on?
Trump's probably gonna win. Honestly, just
pretty
and
crazy.
Vegas knows, and Vegas usually does. Trump's probably
Yeah.
gonna win. Like, also real quick, the Kevin Schaefer Ryan Page episode you did
Yeah.
blew my mind, but not because of like why. Like I thought it was great. Like I love that episode.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, but Kevin Schaefer, there's a Kevin Schaefer in Norwalk.
Yep.
So
Wait, that's not him?
no, it wasn't him.
Oh, it's a different
wasn't
Kevin
him.
Schaefer.
Yeah, so I was like, I saw like I went on YouTube because I was like, I didn't know Matt Brown like knew Kevin Schaefer like that. So like I'm like, all right. So I went on YouTube for it because I was like, I'm very interested to see how this is gonna go because like Kevin Schaefer is like I think like 4 years younger than you or something like that. Do you know Kevin Schaefer? Yeah. So like. I was just like, wow, like I wonder what the hell like this is gonna be, and then obviously it was your friend, a different Kevin Schaefer.
Yeah.
That like blew my mind, but like I don't know, he was very well spoken. I loved it or whatever.
I loved how I loved Kevin's appearance and wanted to hear both sides. And Kevin was a very last minute replacement because I had somebody on the Trump side.
Oh really?
He comes by in this studio.
Yeah.
And I talked to him for 2 hours
No
hearing
shit.
him, and he was more extreme than Kevin.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you off air who it was. And then I'm editing it, and then you know how these podcasts take time to edit.
Especially,
yeah,
It's a
of
pain in the
course.
fuck.
Yeah.
Especially when
it
they're
is.
an hour long, which
Yeah,
or like
we're-
more than an hour.
We're at like
Oh,
2,
yeah.
Trust me, this
Props
is no
to you.
problem.
Yeah, props
no,
to
I
you.
like doing it. I just like doing it. It's not worth it, especially for this. This has been one of my favorite things I've ever done. Like, I promise, like no bullshit.
Cool,
Seriously.
I appreciate that.
And
He told me that off air, yeah.
and he tells me he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it on. And we talked both of the 2 hours. An hour 45 was all about hearing his views and hearing his side.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, yo.
Why did he come on if he didn't want to post
Yeah,
it?
Exactly. I think he was just afraid of hearing, the flack he will get. He
Yeah.
didn't say anything that would get him canceled. He would said stuff that definitely would upset people. But the way I was structured and had the questions to make him explain
As a
why.
good host, as
Yeah.
you should.
As even though I said multiple times he disagreed, he said my Obama picture sucked, and I said no. And I looked more of Obama as a guy who, overcame the odds of anything more than a politician.
Oh yes, 100%. I like that.
So
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
and I said to him like, yo, you're just a bitch for this. You will post all the time when you say the name. You
Damn.
post all the damn time about my pop, Trump this, Trump that, MAGA, and you do the really troll people.
I know who you're talking about. I think.
Exactly.
I think so too.
So
And
then you
yeah.
just don't put. All right, here's your chance to put your money where your mouth is,
Right.
and you take it back.
You have the
You
platform.
put your platform out there, yeah.
Exactly.
Especially for 2 hours, dude. I think I'd shoot myself and the person.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Jesus
This-
Christ.
You're coming with me.
This
Yeah, like-
multiple hour combo's fun
Yeah.
as fuck.
No, yeah, exactly.
This was
yeah.
just I had to hear like.
But imagine if we
Oh.
just said, hey,
No,
by
you
the
know
way,
what? Fuck that. Don't post that.
yeah,
Matt.
don't.
We're
and
done.
everything we just said, don't post. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just kind of
Yeah,
well, I could have been working with someone else and furthering my project.
We
you
just
know what I
wasted,
mean?
a bunch of time and
Yeah,
energy, right?
like, exactly. Yeah.
And I said like, no, there's no point. I'm not doing a 10-minute podcast.
yeah.
That you talking about Tinder and stuff, but
Yeah.
and that's where Kevin came in the clutch for that, and very well spoken. I'm much happier at how that went, and he really put. I didn't agree with everything Kevin said, but I really loved talking
Yeah,
to him.
it was
and he
interesting
awesome.
to hear his side. Like and he was just very level headed. You know what I mean? It's just like, especially when you talk politics, it's like I feel like you always have to just like be calm. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, 'cause emotions always get the best of people, and that's life. That's people. That's emotions. It's always gonna.
That's
happen.
what all the people say, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. So like, you know what I mean? It's just like to hear him talk. I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like spoiler, I'm not a Trump supporter, but like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't care, but it's like,
Yeah,
hearing him, I like listened to him and like what
Exactly.
he had to say. So
And then fair to give bringing Ryan back to give his perspective.
Always love
So,
always love Ryan, yeah.
So and it was great, and whatever happens at the end of the night, if we find it in the morning or whenever, I'm gonna be okay. I can still sleep at night. It may not be what I voted for or want, but I can move on with my life and I can focus. And it's 4 years is a long time, but it's really not at the same time. Like I don't know about you, but it's like that. How fast 2016.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly,
really think about
It went by quick.
And then we could have. I figured we could have just this whole new revolution of new politicians of a diverse group of people on both Republican and Democratic side, and I'm excited for that. No matter how they stand on one side over
Right.
the other. I think that's
There's hope. There's
hope.
There's hope. Hopefully, at least
Yeah.
that's what we're looking for. At least.
Yeah, as much as I love him, hopefully not Kanye West, but you know what I mean.
I want to give a platform.
Yeah, he just, I don't know.
You know, I had someone on the podcast coming on. He told me he wrote in himself as a write-in ballot. Even though I wanted to say like,
Why would you do that?
That's just a vote for Trump.
Yeah, or
You know?
just,
Yeah,
or
like-
just your.
why? You took the time to be in here. You early voted. It's just you do you, man. And it was fascinating to talk to anyways. But like you guys will be okay with whatever the results will be.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I want Biden to win just
Yeah.
because I think it, just something different, and just I feel like there should be less bullshit. Like if just people would just be happier. Tensions will be like cut in half.
That's my thing
You know
too.
what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
how I felt like if Trump's out of office, it's just a great attitude change.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here like
That it's going to be so much fucking better.
I think he's the best candidate in the world. It's just like I would just love for everyone to just love each other again. You know what I mean? I would just love.
ELE.
Yeah, everybody love everybody. Like I would love for that to happen. And I
Right.
feel like if obviously just be a step in the right direction for that. But I will admit, I bet $100 on Trump to win. So
Mhm.
either way, it's a win-win for me.
Did you hit that 600 minus 600?
No, I got it at plus 136.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you
he's
get-
making more money than
Yeah.
he's risking.
Oh, okay.
So when it's like minus 350, do you bet at all?
No, that's what
So-
I really have to get into. I
Yeah.
understand over-unders. I understand what a parlay is, but the
So
like,
minus 350 means that
that's the underdog, right?
no, that's the
Oh.
favorite.
Oh, that's the
minus.
favorite,
So underdog would be plus money, but minus
plus is the
350 means
underdog.
that he's projected to win. Vegas thinks he's going to win. So if you want to throw $10 to win, you're risking 35 if he
Yeah.
loses because they're
Mhm.
that sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into more of the. That's the only aspect
Don't
of
do it.
sports that
Yeah,
I'm telling you, don't
I
do
would
it.
happily say don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
I thought
If you're
I
not
was-
in it,
Yeah.
you're just stay out of it. You know.
I'm out of it, except for obviously tonight. But you know what I mean. But yeah, just I thought I had like a method.
It's a dark hole.
Yeah, it's not.
Especially if the more states that are legalizing gambling, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean CT is legal now, right? I
I
think
think like DraftKings.
New
and
York
stuff
is
like that
legal.
is-
I think Pennsylvania.
If you went like on a book website like MGM, you can't place it, but like it's all.
Yeah, if
like
it's
a
legal
location.
betting, you have to be from
Yeah.
like a certain
You know,
state.
speaking of New York, me and Chris see each other at the community train all the time.
Well, we did, yeah.
Until this.
Back in the day.
You miss commuting to New
Oh
York?
God, no! Of course not.
No?
No, I fucking hated it. Fucking hated it. I used to commute probably an hour 45 every day.
Mhm.
It was awful.
Because you included the other subway, you would all the way
I
downtown,
would, yeah,
right?
I would go to the South Norwalk train station, take a train, get to work, get off at Grand Central, then take a 25-minute subway and walk like 3 minutes to my job at the World Trade Center 3 building, and it was fucking hell. It was long.
Mhm.
I wouldn't get home till at minimum 8 p.m. every day. It was fun. So this
Yeah.
remote working stuff, I'm digging pretty much right now.
Did they say like we're here for until next summer? Or anything?
Yeah, so my company's we're not going to be back in the office, quote unquote, until March 31st.
For now.
For now, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I plan on moving to California before then anyway.
Mhm.
So hopefully in January I won't even have to worry about that. But
All right.
yeah, that should be cool.
Good. But
How about you, Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was looking at your wall.
No, feel free. That's what
Yeah.
it's here for.
Yeah.
You are you also trying to make the move to Cali?
Oh hell yeah,
Nice.
hell yeah, trying to move to Cali.
Los
Oh
Angeles?
yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
So you been looking at places yet, or you just
Not
seeing where it goes?
not
you
just
know?
yet. It's more like I know I want to be there. I've been there multiple times. I decided the last time I was there that I was going to go out there at some point.
You just need a job for that, or the security.
So my
yeah.
job technically right now is all remote, and that they were like, yeah, no, you can move there as long as like you work the same hours. But I'm planning on leaving once I get there and going to a new job. So
Okay.
Yeah, my thing is I need
my
to,
support. in
yeah,
it.
my thing is I need to find a job first,
Yeah.
and then I could really start
Mhm.
planning out.
but yeah, I mean even if I don't have this same job when I go there, hopefully I have enough savings where I can get there and get settled and then get a job. But obviously you want the security of before you go having everything lined up.
Well, you have my support, and I believe in you guys.
I appreciate it, man. Do you have any plans to go to Cali?
I would definitely love to go there.
Because I know you want to do some film stuff, right, in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's just the same thing with just finding the work. 'Cause I have buddies there. First time I visited there was in was it last October. I could see myself living there.
Do they do film stuff there or no? Your buddies?
One Sirius XM, one to Sirius XM. We entered a series together. He'll be on the podcast.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Up. My buddy Danny, my buddy Brad works security. He's one of the LA other, I guess.
Well,
that's what I
doesn't,
stayed with
right?
in
Yeah.
downtown LA. And those are my closest ones. And then I know acquaintances and stuff.
Nice, yeah.
Those are like my two solid buddies.
Cool. What does he do at Sirius? Don't you have a connected Sirius?
Yeah, my cousin actually works with Sirius. She like, I'm not sure what she does exactly, but she like talks to the main people to get them in, and like when they come, she takes care of them.
Mm-hmm. Like client services?
Like the liaison?
Yeah, like she's like the one who's like, okay, so this is the person you're going to be speaking with, this is what you're going to be, like she like runs shit like that. Like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like you're going to be doing this, but I heard that she wanted, that wasn't exactly what she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in the field, but that's not the thing that she really
just get the foot in the door though, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's great.
Yeah, but now she's like been in it for like years, and she's kind of like, all right, listen, I need to like move on and do other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that that's what she's up to now and everything. But
so yeah, Danny was a producer for Sirius College Sports Network, specifically for Pac-12
wow.
conference. So like their season starts this weekend, and he's just all in that. He could talk to you about recruits, anything football and stuff.
that's awesome.
I just love that guy. Glad to connect, and I gotta introduce you guys to him.
100%.
That would actually be an
Was
awesome
he on the podcast?
Yeah, we recorded one, and I should have him up by next week as well. The same week you guys are in. I hope to have him up.
Who was the guy? He met Quavo. Which one was that?
My buddy Brad, he's the LA guy.
Oh, okay, Brad. Okay.
Security, LA?
Yeah, the guy. Well, he works cyber security. That's what.
Oh, okay.
No, he's the op. Don't worry, he's nothing. He'd be the worst bouncer ever. I've seen people beat. No, I haven't seen people beat his ass. But,
telling his ass off. And then Blade Hour was one of my favorites.
Blade Hour was great.
That was
man.
cool. That was really nice.
Oh man, he's much love attraction with him, man. That's another one I'd love to. All my guests, I love to introduce.
Yeah. You have a great like ensemble of people and just like a bunch of people that come on. So.
Oh yeah, it's for everyone. The show is for everyone.
Yeah.
That's why I look at that.
Yeah.
But with what was your favorite thing? Some of the things you really liked about LA.
Honestly, obviously the weather.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's always a plus, you know. I don't know how I will feel about Christmas being, 65 degrees, tropical Christmas, no snow or anything. But you know what? For what I want to, eventually get into, it's kind of where I need to be. So you just kind of have to, take it and just run with it at that point.
I really like Venice Beach when I went.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not all. I'm not trying to limit myself to LA. It's anywhere in California essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I need to migrate, obviously it'll be a much easier migration.
Like San Diego has been popular.
I was looking at San Diego as well. But yeah, it's exciting. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully everything kind of comes to fruition.
I like seeing where that's gonna be, man. Yo, we've been at it for 2 hours. We've been having such a good ass time. Before I get to my last part, is there anything you want to talk about or add or questions to ask before I get to my new favorite part of the pod? The second time I'm doing this now.
I'll just say I'm kind of sad it's ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Just
it went by quick.
Yeah,
this 2 hours it felt like not 2 hours.
Yeah,
no, man. I mean, you could always come on. Seriously,
Yeah.
now with this and the setup work, the cameras didn't die.
Yeah.
That'll be easy to edit, and it's just been such a pleasure, guys. I've had a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
I haven't laughed so hard on podcasts.
Yeah, I guess I got a question.
Feel free. There's no time limit, so go crazy, honestly.
If you were to have the dream guest on, to interview them, and someone who I don't want a Brad Pitt answer, someone like that, someone in the acting world or in any industry who's famous, but maybe I guess I don't know who would that be for you, but not a Brad Pitt or a George Clooney or nothing.
No big names.
I'll give you 3 at the top of my head.
Alright, cool.
Lauren Michaels right behind you.
Oh, okay, I like that.
I'd love to think how he's able to manage talent.
Mm-hmm.
How is he able to keep his comedy relevant? They're now 45 years of his show. I like to see the
based
pressure
on
that
current
goes
events,
on,
yeah.
that influence. How do you stay relevant? SNL isn't guaranteed to stay relevant as long as it has been. I've just loved that, and what practical advice for beyond entertainment would you ask for someone who
Wants to get into it, right? Yeah.
I would love to talk to Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'd like to of Hamilton and In the Heights fame.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see how are you able to make something that was so specific, niche, and how did you evolve with Hamilton to make everyone like your work, and how do you stay humble amongst that too? And then probably my third one would be Conan O'Brien.
I love Conan,
I think
dude.
Conan is my number one professional influence.
Oh my god.
I think he's truly one of the funniest people ever, and like practical funny, just jokes.
He's just so good.
Great stand-up, if you ever seen. Great sketches. Great
improv.
Improv.
Great interviewer.
Yeah.
He's just a sincerely, authentically funny dude.
Oh yeah.
He's obviously my favorite late night. From the way I'm talking about him, but he's just like a great interviewer. His sketches, his improv. He's a fucking. I would love to just be an intern. Like I will drain my savings in California being an unpaid intern on that show because so many famous people were interns there.
Oh yeah.
Mindy Kaling, John Krasinski. I think John Hamm was too.
John Hamm, really?
I think so.
That would be I would love to interview John Hamm.
Oh, that's nice.
That guy who manages comedy and drama so well. I'm not saying he's not been irrelevant lately, but I just don't see him.
He was in the latest Curb.
Yeah, he did awesome in
that
Curb.
episode was hilarious. Yeah.
With the
oh yeah,
on the table.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
He did an awesome Larry David impression.
Let me ask you something. That's my Larry.
And also Howard Stern. Like, if I could somehow, I would know exactly what to say. Like, he's definitely my number one influence to do this podcast and audio. And just like, how you did one of the best PR changes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You were really hated by so many people, and how are you able to bring that human side? And I have his book here, like that. These two books are really important to me. The Howard Stern Comes Again and the Robert Iger Ride of a Lifetime, CEO of Disney. It was great, just practical and business skills. So I would say those 5. Who would you guys like to interview if you had to say with your dream guest?
I could think of one off the top of my head. One of my favorite actors. I think he's under the radar, but he's also, I think he's going to be the new Riddler in the new Batman, Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Dano is one of my favorite actors for sure.
And he plays a lot of creepy guys so well.
Yeah, so like, I always thought like he looked kind of funny, and that's how I always remembered him, was just how he looked. And then I remember I watched the movie Prisoners. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, I just saw it a few weeks ago.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
That was one of my favorite movies.
That really is one of the most underrated movies of all time.
Yes, dude. And like
Jackman was just Jake Gyllenhaal is fucking.
Where's my daughter? Yeah, and like
where's my daughter?
Yeah, and he's like, no. Like Paul Dano was just drugged out the whole time.
He pissed you off because he knew something, and then the
twist. Yeah.
All right, spoilers.
Oh no.
Oh, have you not seen it?
I'm planning on watching it. Like I was like,
all right,
do not do it.
Yeah,
let's not talk about it.
I know Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, so that's why I said Jake Gyllenhaal.
Don't worry, he's not a big twist in it.
Yeah.
We really didn't spoil it.
Yeah,
no, I know you were about to say, you go spoiler alert, and I was like, no.
So you see aliens come.
And then so I like looked him up and I saw that he actually like acted in Stanford for a little while. Did you know that?
Really?
Connecticut?
Yeah, no,
Stanford, Connecticut.
Yeah, like I think he did not Broadway, but like
the local
of that
theater or
type.
something.
Yeah, he would act
relatively recently.
No, before he got big, he would act.
Okay.
Yeah. So like he
bucket though.
Yeah, he kind of like I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. He learned the roots in it's a place that's like 20 minutes from me. So like, hey, it can happen. You know what I mean? So then I just like slowly started to like him more and more, and then
I love Jake Gyllenhaal so fucking much.
Yeah, and then I watched Swiss Army Man.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's like it's with him and Daniel Radcliffe, which was pretty. It's pretty nutty, but it's pretty good.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry. And then obviously There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite movies, I think too. With
I have abandoned my child.
Yeah, what does he say? I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Great movie, Mustache too. I have to put that out there.
Great movie. But yeah, I think I'd say Paul Dano. Who would you bring on probably?
I'm gonna steal one of yours and say Conan because I already expressed my affinity for him.
I wish more young people like Conan because he's very hip.
He's awesome. He's timeless, honestly.
Did you see the The people who stole from his studio, you saw that?
What, was there a bit on it or like an actual thing?
Oh no, someone broke into. He's doing this show at the Comedy Club Mar-a-Lago, and people actually robbed his show.
Oh no, I did not see this.
And he had the funniest way to go about it. He's like, you know how people, our security guards were cutouts from people all over the country. Like just little jokes like that.
That is pretty funny.
He's just he's awesome. And then I would think the only other one I can really think of right now would be Vince Gilligan.
Oh yeah.
We've talked about this before. He's one of my idols. Just in terms of creating and writing. I would love to just sit down and fucking pick his brain, throw ideas at him, and have him be
Could
like,
you do a Vince Gilligan impression? He has a very specific voice. I don't know.
and Bryan Cranston, I said, Bryan. I'd have to hear him in a little
For anyone
bit
who's
more.
actually heard this speak.
And hey, Bryan, that was a great job you did on that scene.
Is he a writer?
Vince Gilligan's the creator of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and Better Call Saul.
That's the first time
You know
I really
he
saw
wrote
it.
Hancock with Will Smith?
I did not know that.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I swear to God.
That's fucking
That's fire.
out of the blue. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
yeah.
just random.
From Breaking Bad to Hancock.
I would just love to
leap.
pitch ideas and have him be like, shit, good,
I mean,
shit,
it was
good.
just the ultimate. How'd you make the greatest prequel that could really be compared to the show? And
Yeah, and like, what are your tips? Like, how do you, like, because that idea is obviously so unique. Like the idea of Breaking Bad, it's
Oh, yeah.
separate from, like just a random mob show or a random crime show. Like that
Yeah.
show is very niche and original and
Nuanced.
unique. Like, which is even Better Call Saul is so unique in itself.
Bob
Like,
Odenkirk's the man. I would
He's
love to interview
awesome.
Bob Odenkirk.
I've just
Yeah.
started watching clips of the Mr. Show.
Yeah,
I just started
so
watching.
underrated,
Yeah.
Mr. Show.
I think it's better than any current SNL.
From
what I've seen.
He's an SNL writer.
Yeah, he was a Conan writer too. He
Conan
was,
writer.
yeah, he was comedy all his career, and then he just switched. And he had that role for Breaking Bad. And
Can you guys just tell me your favorite Breaking Bad scene, please? No spoilers. Or one of them. You don't have to say absolutely one of them.
my favorite Breaking Bad scene.
Or one of them.
One of them. There's so many, honestly.
I can name one only because.
You've only seen the show once, right?
Yeah, and I watched it
Dude,
when it was like still on.
You
air.
have to rewatch.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched Breaking Bad during quarantine
Yeah, me too.
a full week. Every single. It was a
Every
season
day,
a
right?
day.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fire.
crazy.
I love like when you do shit like you just have that time.
You
and
just crush
Yeah,
it.
it was
Crush.
the only reason.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I'd say like just because it made an impression on me was when he picks up it's like I think at the end of season 1 where he kills
Crazy 8.
who's the first guy?
Crazy Eight or
Crazy
Is
Eight.
that his name? Tuco, I think. Or is that the first
That's
guy?
some good shit!
Yeah, and he had like the grills or something.
That's Tuco.
Yeah, Tuco.
Yeah, so like I remember like something blows up and then like he exactly like he
Just
pulls
that perfect slow
Only this
motion.
isn't crystal meth.
like he pulls up the cube and it's like I don't know
Some science shit.
yeah he
Some
hold-
science
yeah
is
but
similar to
it
that.
had his like grills in the cube or whatever and then so he's like holding it up and the way the camera's positioning it is that it looks like he has the grills on obviously he doesn't but like just the angle it's like
Mhm.
it looks like it's in his mouth. And that was the first time I'd ever like had looked at something up like that, and then it was like called Easter eggs or some shit. And like he was now like the head guy in charge of like the crystal meth industry, and I was like,
Symbolism.
so like yeah, like put me on to exactly, put me on to symbolism and Easter eggs. So that was like I guess my favorite scene because I can't remember. Other
I just think the writing is so holistic and full in
Yeah.
that show. There's literally just it doesn't miss a beat for me. I think it's the best show of all time. But I can go on this about
You know what's a great scene? First, one random funny scene. I remember just Jesse said, "Yo, isn't this bitchin'?" They were sitting in the diner. It's bitchin'. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, there's a meme about that.
Yeah,
now, right?
I've been looking so hard to find
Yeah,
it.
it's like he'll just be like poo poo pee pee, and then that would be like the caption, like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse?" Like,
And I just, that obviously the most satisfying ending of all time.
Yep.
I
Like, not
mean,
even close. Not even close.
Let's be real. Did anyone see that coming? Just the symbolism go. You see the gun turrets.
Yeah, and the Baby Blue song
Yep.
playing.
Just the greatest, the ultimate finale.
I know.
Takes him on
It's
the ground.
so goddamn good.
And I just love that shot of Jesse driving in the sunset after he says goodbye
Mhm.
to Walt for good, and just has that emotion out there.
For me, I think one of my favorite scenes. It's a little scene, and it's probably not going to be like
It's a
this
little
huge one, but I really, as much as Jesse and Walt, really bashed heads, and we're always arguing and solving problems. I think Walt really did love Jesse.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So like when there's like little moments of them actually like getting along, I really enjoyed those because I was like, oh, like why can't they just stay like this?
When
Like
Jesse gave him a birthday gift, that birthday gift.
yeah,
that
like he got him.
watch,
That one was awesome, and
didn't
then like it was when they got stuck in the desert because they ran out of gas or whatever, so they're building a new battery. And
Mhm. Oh, that episode, just that whole episode.
Yeah,
Apparently, that like scientists said you could actually do that.
oh, well, I'm sure everything is chemistry checked,
Yeah.
like fact checked. They have a
Yeah.
guy who's just like, oh, this is possible. Boom, this is what we would have done. But I think one of my favorite ones is just like he's like talking to Jesse about how like he's like basically teaching Jesse like about like he's like, all right, and you know what could we? He goes into teacher mode. You know, they're stranded in the desert. They're trying to get out of there, and he's like, and if we take the copper wire and we get, and he's like, electrons. He's like, yeah, it's very good, Jesse. And like, there's like this slight smile, and then it shows Jesse, and he like slightly smiles too, and I'm just like, dude, this is wholesome as fuck.
Hell
But then they go back to fucking to what they normally do.
That just shows. It's also so funny. It's almost like a dark comedy if you really.
And I think
Goodfellas does that good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying The Sopranos can be looked at as like a just kind of a dark comedy
my
too.
God.
I love that.
You really fucking like show.
Yeah.
My favorite Sopranos quote is when Paulie Walnuts goes and says, "Here's a snake. They have two parts. They have both male and female organs. That's why you call somebody you don't like a snake. How can you like somebody who could literally go fuck themselves?"
Yeah, like I like that one. I love the orange juice one. I like going to shove pulp. I like that fucking one. Like that.
Tony.
And then we see the guy almost kill him with
Yes.
his mom perfectly, and you know the symbolism from The Godfather.
Yeah, I hadn't laughed harder at a Sopranos part than that one. And then I think when
You like it with Pope, Tony.
yeah, like and then when Paulie gets what is it, like spiritualistic, or he thinks.
Oh.
Remember, he's just like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like he gets like all like, no, that's bad. Like
Do you remember he goes to the psych or the medium, and he was like,
Yes,
he talked
yes.
to the people he killed?
And the first guy
my
he killed,
God.
it was like the first guy he killed in the
Who told you
his
that?
first body, yeah.
This is satanic bullshit.
That's pretty good.
Yo, you know what my favorite Paulie Walnuts quote of all time is? When he talked about how pussy betrayed him. This is a quote. I love that cocksucker like a butter. Then he fucked me in the ass. Just timing.
Just absurd dialogue, yeah.
Yo, for the ending, can I save the ending? Do you think Tony survived or not? You think so?
I think he did.
I think he did too, yeah.
I think he got killed by the member-only jacket. You can watch a video essay on that. I think so, at least.
I heard that like even the directors came out and they more were on the side of him living. It was kind of like
This is everyday life for him.
yeah, it's like he's never gonna escape it, and like
that makes sense. I
yeah,
get that.
He's always gonna feel like he's being watched because he's Tony fucking Soprano.
I love honestly that
eating onion
when it comes to
rings.
satisfying endings, it's not as good as Breaking Bad.
That one was
but
so
I really
controversial.
I do like the second ending. I mean, just the fade to black like that.
Don't stop.
I like the ending, but it also it's been so renownedly controversial.
Yeah.
You know, I think like Breaking Bad is just so renownedly
Perfect.
one
full
take.
circle.
One take, everybody pretty much agrees, you know.
I also just love Sopranos. Got rid of Phil Leotardo. Oh man, I just
Oh,
love
yeah.
Oh,
Philly.
Leonardo, we come to this country. It's Leonardo, and he's like telling them at the fucking funeral and everything. Or yeah, that was a good scene.
Christopher.
Yeah.
What the?
Of course, we like the
When-
Pine Tar episode, right? When they're stuck in the woods.
Oh, that's
Oh
one of
my
my favorite
God,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. That one's hilarious.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking interior designer.
His house looked like shit.
Yeah.
A lot of the like, I don't want to say anything in particular to spoil anything, but a lot of the deaths in that show were like really sad. Or, like, you know what I mean? It's like, damn,
It's
man,
tough.
like yeah.
Oh man. Yes. Yeah. How about? Have you seen Better Call Saul, Tree?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
man,
I
I'm about
need
to go
to.
in with
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah,
Now I
no,
gotta
we can
get
do a
him up on
separate
his
podcast
deal.
for that.
Yeah.
We were going back and
watch
forth.
that, though.
We were going back and forth on Instagram the other day for a while too.
That and
Gotta get ready, man.
El Camino. El Camino I need to watch.
You should rewatch Breaking Bad, then El Camino, and then Better Call Saul.
Really? Without the order? Okay, word.
Or whatever order. You can swap Better Call Saul.
All I know is get ready because that's gonna be hella amazing TV.
And season 6 is coming back out. It's gonna be the final season.
Holy shit! Oh, Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
It's gonna be fire. You could jump in at the perfect timing if you needed to.
That'd be cool.
Like I said, so almost 2.5 hours, but just nothing but a pleasure. And I just want to ask these final questions. They're called the Proust questionnaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask them. I'll ask them. There are 10 questions, 10 quick questions, and if you, Chris, you want to go, then treat, and then we'll go like that. So just 10 questions, these general, and I'm really intrigued by the answers. So this is what I'm starting right now. So you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
You go first.
Or whoever wants to go first.
Whip it, Lalo.
Let this bitch go first. My favorite word. Are these rapid fire questions?
Somewhat. I will answer that. They're pretty cool and profound. Like, they're really cool questions. So, just take your time on that.
What kind of salad dressing would you be?
The job interview.
Yeah, I was gonna say these are interview questions.
No, that was from you mentioned it or whatever.
No one asked me that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Favorite word.
I'm trying to think of words that I use a lot.
Yeah.
I like the word immaculate a lot.
Immaculate.
I don't use it often, but I do like the word immaculate. It's like, it has like a shininess to it. Like when you say it, it's like ding, like immaculate, ding.
I always think of immaculate reception.
Or like immaculate high school and what is it, Monroe?
I think so.
No, that's Massey.
Yeah, Massey.
I don't know. What's your favorite word?
One that just makes me laugh, just because it's like. Anytime I guess I think of a random word, it comes up in my head, so like it's gotta mean something. But spumoni.
Spumoni.
I don't even know what it means, but I feel like I heard it in something. So I guess I'd say that. I don't know, but
do you remember I remember there was Hey Arnold, Nancy Spumoni.
No, I wasn't like I watched Hey Arnold, but like I can't like I don't know.
Don't remember anything?
Yeah, not really, not too much.
All right, your second question. What is your least favorite word?
Moist.
The other person
That's me
I
making fun of girls.
You guys are the second one I'm doing this, and the first guy said moist too.
No, I don't give a shit about moist. I just heard so many girls over the years talk about how they hate that word. Don't say that word. Don't say that word. My least favorite word.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the wall to see, but I don't.
I don't like the word firm. I don't know.
I like that.
Firm.
I guess one thing I guess it's what I don't have a least favorite word, but the way this word is used is the word no. But just
that's a good answer.
Well, if someone asks you something, like I don't know why, but it would always just irk me when someone would be like, "Oh, like yeah, then we'll go do this." No, like or that would always just be like, "What? Stop saying that." Like,
well, you're coming at 4, no?
Yeah, like just say the question. Like I don't know.
My grandpa does that.
Yeah, like oh well, shots at your grandpa. I'm sorry.
No, we make fun of him for it too.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
The next word. What turns you on?
Whoa.
Okay.
A button.
Oh yeah. Shit. We're alive in 3, 2. What turns me on?
I like when girls wear glasses.
Yeah.
By the way, this isn't necessarily this isn't necessarily a romantic or sexual question. It's like some people say like, oh, like the fresh air turns me on, or
who the fuck says that?
I heard somebody say it for this.
All right.
I'm not talking about like
sexual.
I mean, if that is your answer, that's
well.
cool,
I don't know. Okay.
Like people say what turns me on is like people being nice to each other, or the smell of your favorite food.
Okay.
All right.
More of that. I mean, if it is, I love what turns me on is girls.
All right. Well, then this one works for sexual and for just normal colony pizza.
Yes.
Okay, that
turns me on.
Good answer.
I'd say whenever I like make a group of people I don't know like genuinely laugh.
Awesome.
I guess like getting that first laugh is like a big like hump like for me, literally.
Humps.
But yeah, so I'd say that for sure.
And we know you definitely pull that off.
Yeah, not that much.
What turns you off?
People who try to make big groups of people that they don't know laugh.
Damn, you stand-up comedians suck.
Asshole cub.
Get a life.
Turns me off. I'd say I don't know. Would you got one or something? Cigarettes.
I don't give a shit about cigarettes.
Yeah, that's just one that comes to
For me, I hate when I really don't like when people like humble brag.
Oh my god! Don't get me started. The humble brag Facebook post, I always say, I just want to announce, I'm so blessed to say.
I just like,
Might as well just say, hey everybody, look what I did.
or I'll just hate, or somebody will be like, yeah, like I was at my house and like, you know how like I have this thing, like I do that, or like I did that. So I'm like, yo, if I know that, why the fuck are you saying it? Like next, let's move on. I don't know. I just don't like humble bragging. I think it's annoying.
I know this promotion at work that I worked really hard on, you know.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I guess like when I guess like when people lie about their success, like I don't know, I'm always just like like when you know the answer, like you know something's just so full of shit that you're like,
Every time.
yeah, like I know, like you're lying to me right now. I know the
If
truth.
only you knew I knew the truth.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure you do know that I know the truth too. It's just sometimes, so it's like I guess
nobody wants to acknowledge it though. Yeah.
What sound or noise do you love?
Sound of noise.
Sound or noise that you love.
Oh.
I've heard people say like I like hearing the crack of a baseball bat. Or,
Oh yeah, I love. You know what I love? I love seeing those videos of people getting their back professionally cracked.
Oh yeah.
Yo, yeah. I want to do that shit. Like it just looks so relieving.
Definitely.
I bought this thing for my back that like it's like a hump that you lay down and you like.
What overhead?
Yeah, what Bober has, and
yeah.
you like lay down and like stretches your vertebrae out and like and it cracks it. Like I want my back cracked.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I think I might have to bite that too. I think I'd have to agree on that one because for sure, like seeing people get their necks cracked and everything, because I want.
I'm a big knuckle cracker too.
Yeah, for sure.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Interesting. What do I hate? What sound or noise?
Any song by Macklemore. I'm out.
Honestly, it's just sometimes like it's weird, like loud noises.
Loud noises.
Yeah, like if something's just too loud for too long, it pisses me off. I'm like, all right, yo, shut the like. It gets me like I don't know how to describe it, but like it just gets my like blood boiling.
It grinds your gears.
Yeah, and then when if you're in the back seat, one time it's happened to me. If you're in the back seat of a car and someone. Yeah, the ignition's on, and someone opens their car door and like walks out, and you hear like dang 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 dang, and you just the beeping the entire time, and it's like, dude, like shut the fucking door, like I'm stuck in the back, like just shut the door. But I'd say that.
It's like serial killer rage,
Yeah,
like tipping over.
When it goes on for like 10 minutes, you really want to do that. Like.
What's your favorite curse word?
Cunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say fuck. There's just so many ways to say it.
Mainstream.
And in like how to say it. And you could use it to say a whole bunch of things too. I'd say.
I like mixing them.
Yeah. Or what do you mean?
Like
abso-fucking-lutely.
Or like you fucking shit fuck. Like shit like that.
Anything for any of the dialogue from The Wolf of Wall Street, they figured out.
Yeah. Anything Quentin
exactly.
Anything Quentin Tarantino wrote dialogue wise, I'm in. So.
I like The Wolf of Wall Street, but even in that, like they just were purposely putting, what are these fucking people on this fucking thing? How much fucking money did you fucking spend?
Well, that's the life that we live. Do you want to understand?
Okay. What profession other than your own right now, besides pursuing media and creating content, what other profession would you like to attempt besides content creation?
I don't know if this counts as content creation, I guess, generally, but I would love to write a TV show. Does that count or no?
If you want to leave that answer, I was thinking of just more non-media,
because
I know like that's all in the same sphere.
I would love to... I don't know.
Like thinking of like mundane or
like a 9-to-5 job thing.
Yeah, like...
telemarketer?
Maybe like a mechanic.
Yes, I'd like to send
to
you.
Like I like
fixing.
I like fixing stuff. I like you know what I mean. Just like figuring shit out. I like I don't know. I guess something like that. Like I don't know. Maybe a mechanic. I guess in order to
your
fix
dream
stuff.
job is a mechanic.
Well, like when he said that you want to know. I don't know. I guess I'd say that maybe.
And did you say yours? Yeah.
I guess I would do. I would like to have the work ethic to become a lawyer. I think being a lawyer would be cool, but I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't fucking do that. No, you're a mechanic. It's okay.
Astronaut, please. Yeah.
I want to be a space cowboy. Super spy, double agent.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to be I'd like to be. I would love to be
a podcast host.
I don't know, a librarian. No.
Guys, I think it's like a tough question.
It is a tough question to really think about.
It's like what you're like. It's like what would you want to pursue other than your passion?
Maybe I'd like to be a chef.
I think
that'd be cool.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna change my answer to that too.
Are you going to?
Yeah. I'll do
No, you're a mechanic. We already spoke about this.
How to make briskets and everything like that.
And with our final question for this dope podcast we've been having, man, this has just been so much fun. All right, this is kind of deep, I won't lie, but it's awesome to see how people would answer this.
Mm-hmm.
So if heaven exists, what would you like God to hear you say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What would I like God to hear me say?
No, what would you like God to say to you?
Oh.
You fucking did it. Maybe that. I don't know.
You fucking did it.
Hey, motherfucker, you made it! Hey!
You're definitely not down there.
I guess I want it to be a joke. Like, I'd want, like, the tension.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, you lived a good life.
Yeah, it's like, well...
I'm like, don't fucking lie to me.
Child, it'd be like, I kind of want to make fun of you right now.
I wanted to fucking shotgun a beer and be like, oh, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Probably something like that, I'd say.
I would definitely want it to be a humorous, like, greeting.
Yeah, I hope if God, religion and everything, like, whatever it is, I hope that person is funny. You know what I mean?
I think it's personalized for everybody, right?
Yeah,
I think it would be fitting to.
Yeah, right.
So what he would say to me would be different to what he would say to both you guys because it's all personalized based on who you are, and he's that powerful.
Yeah.
So. Oh man, how about that, yo guys? Words can't nothing but a pleasure isn't enough words. It's just I appreciate you guys coming here. As we're coming to a close and going into some crazy news, having this as an ultimate distraction, chilling for the past 3 hours, man, this is what it's all about. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. I really, really hope you guys were calling to come back. And yeah, this has just been an awesome time, man. I love both of you so much, and yeah, let's definitely do this again soon. I just hope you guys want to come back and have a great time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I had a blast, and I would love to come back.
I hate to say it. I don't know. Maybe that's a little I was gonna say I think I had more fun on this podcast than ours sometimes. Like, just like I don't know.
A little disrespectful than
yeah, no, it's a little disrespectful to us, but
no, this is very free range and
it's like we're like I have like a time limit and stuff, but like I just my tongue. That's
no, I had a blast. I think it's awesome.
No, yeah, this was so much fun.
And we appreciate you having us, and we want to bring you on the pit.
Yeah, well, you let me know, and like I said, thanks to our technology, we could do this all the time. So we'll definitely need to do this soon, and it's just great chilling with you guys. And man, with that, you can check out my guests, Chris Murawski, Anthony Granchelli at Ted Alley Entertainment. You can find them at Ted Alley Entertainment on Instagram. You can find their podcast every Tuesday and Thursday on all podcasting platforms. And YouTube, which is Ted Alley Entertainment. And yeah, is there anything else you want to say? Did I get the plug right?
No, that was perfect.
That was perfect.
That was perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Seriously, guys, nothing but a blast. And damn, this was sweet. All right, with that, thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much, Anthony. And we'll see you very soon.
Sounds good.
Bye.
That was dope.
That was so much fun. I hate that it's over. I'll be honest.
Bro,